Today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, Jewelry Forever at jewelryforever.ca, and Beautified by Romina. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
Da 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 ba da 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 da. Hi everybody. Slightly late start this morning, but welcome to episode 340 of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina. I'm your host, the one, the only Scott Dion Brown. Hi everybody. You're not Regine.
I'm not.
Regine is away today. But hi, Regine.
But she'll be back.
She'll be back. But today we have it's my birthday special.
Happy birthday. We doing it this way? Yeah.
Guess so. I guess I should show who. Okay, wait. I should introduce the guests right away because I already see one of them.
Okay, dude.
So everybody, my guests today, helping me celebrate, and you know what? It's my birthday special, but it's kind of all of our birthday specials. Because your guys' birthday was last month.
Yeah.
And we didn't really do anything for those.
We didn't do anything.
No. So we're all sort of celebrating together. So please welcome my two dearest friends.
Oh my God.
We have Colin Campbell and Giovani Ironman Agostini. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. Yeah, now we can cheers.
And actually, me and Gio share the same birthday.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
true. Yeah,
it's true. Which is really weird.
it's a big coincidence.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So, hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. For those of you who don't know, I mean, you guys have seen these guys on the show before, but we are the three of us here, three of the four members of the band Symphony of Nine. Taylor is our drummer. He's on the West Coast, though.
But he's watching.
I'm sure he's probably watching. So, hello. And everybody, good morning. Welcome to the show. And welcome, guys. Welcome.
Thank
you guys for being here. Why don't we start? Colin brought some celebratory bottles. So what do we have here, Colin?
Pass the other one because I don't know what that is.
What do you mean you brought it?
What we have here is a bottle of, I think it's sake. You can have a look.
Oh, wait.
What does it say?
But there's no,
New Year's Limited Edition 2025.
but it's from the place near you.
Downtown. I gotcha. Yeah.
I think.
Is this it?
Yeah, I was going to mention that because I don't know if we can open it right now.
It might be a twist off. I see a thing.
It should be.
All right.
Well, there you go.
So this is for
For the cups.
Oh, okay, yeah. This is a celebratory birthday sip. I had these cups made.
Are you putting so much?
That's good.
Divide by 3, right?
Yeah.
I'm not drinking the whole thing.
What do you mean the whole thing? You're drinking 33% of it,
Okay.
0.3.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. We're not drinking.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
All right.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's sake?
Yeah, it is. Okay, I'll take this one. You have that one.
Why'd you put that? Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers.
Happy birthday, guys.
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
We're all a little older, all a little wiser.
How old? Actually, I forget.
I never tell the people. But it was it's
Not bad. You don't like it. It's got a nice taste to
Oh,
it.
that's nice. It's light.
Yeah.
You don't like it?
No, it's nice. I like
Okay.
it. I love it. Yeah.
So what is this?
Oh yeah, what's this?
There's
little
no
one?
English writing on it anyway.
That one is from Japan.
But what is it? Is it sake as well?
I think so. So we can save that for later.
Or we'll see if we get to that one, yeah.
But it doesn't even say the percentage, like the alcohol percentage. It's got little gold flakes in it.
Yeah.
Here, show
See?
me.
Oh yeah,
That means it's good.
it's like a little gold. There's 2 little gold flowers
Yeah.
floating around in there. I don't think the camera can see it, but there's 2 little gold flowers. That's nice. Yeah, I can't read any of the writing though.
The audience is telling us to move on.
Oh
The
yeah.
board.
Okay, you know what we should start with? I just want to show people my gifts. These are all my gifts, but check. My girlfriend got me this.
What is that?
It's got Lord Vader in like what's this fabric called?
Oh,
Velvet.
velvet?
Yeah.
Kind
So
of
it's like a
bluer?
velvet Lord Vader on the front, and then you got these stormtroopers embroidered.
That's part of the sweater.
Oh, it was one of those like clear plastic. Yeah, you know what these are? These are so that it doesn't slide off the hanger.
What?
Yeah, when you
It's like you hang it, and then you can put this on the hanger so it doesn't slide off.
'Cause if you put that
it's
on the
mostly
hanger-
on girls' clothes. I only know that for my girlfriend's clothes. But yeah, these like this goes on the hanger so it doesn't slide off because like this kind of fabric is slippy.
Yeah, it won't stay on the hanger.
You have those?
Well, I know
You
about
installed
it.
them on your sweaters?
Yeah,
I
I
had them.
sew them on.
Yeah, so I got this. Okay, it's nice, right?
Yeah, nice.
Oh yeah, and then this. Actually, wait. Let's talk about this one first. This one is from my girlfriend's sister and her husband. Fantastic gift. As you guys can see, Nolan for Christopher Nolan. It is the UHD 4K versions. It's a Christopher Nolan collection. It comes with Tenet, Dunkirk, Interstellar, The Dark Knight Rises, Inception, The Dark Knight, The Prestige, and Batman Begins, all in Ultra HD.
And doesn't it include the movie that's also coming out next year?
It does, yeah. Yeah, and what's that one?
What is coming out next year? What is it? What's it called?
The Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing The Odyssey. Yeah, that's on here too.
Awesome.
And it also comes with 8 discs of special features, which I've never seen the special features for any of these movies. So thank you for this gift. I really, really like it. She was asking, she was like, why does Scott want this? Because like, can't you just stream this? And I was saying,
Yes.
but I was saying on disc, this is the best quality.
Yeah, because the streaming would be a little lower, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so even though it's 4K, they're both 4K, this is like, in order for a video to be used on streaming, they have to like reduce the quality in certain ways.
Because most people wouldn't even notice.
I mean,
the
they're not-
difference.
yes.
Probably not, no.
But Gio was asking a legitimate question, which is, do you have a TV that could produce that quality?
So
No.
I did it, but at the studio, I do.
You do. Okay.
Now, for the studio, I actually have, I bought a 4K player, and I have a giant projector.
So you would definitely notice a difference on for.
But
a
do you
4K
have
video.
a Blu-ray player?
Yeah, I bought it.
Okay.
But I didn't before.
It doesn't have the.
But it did.
Although, you know, the only thing that I do notice though is like, because I've put some movies on here that are 1080p, and I remember watching it being like, this looks really good. So like, how
Oh,
important?
you think you're gonna know? Well, I mean, once you put it in, I think you'll notice the difference. If it's true 4K, right?
It's supposed to be.
Well, you can take a look.
Anyway, apparently, so the picture is better, and also the audio is better. So one thing that says on it, look, if I open the,
Do you have the speakers?
actually the speakers, no.
He says left and right, left and right.
Yeah, I have stereo, and you know what? Stereo is all you need.
Yeah, as long as you have the source from here, it makes it better.
yeah,
the stereo.
somehow, yeah.
But look, it says 4K HDR version with original theatrical audio mix.
There you go.
See,
You can make it sound like the theater.
that's the plan.
Yeah, because it's left and right on the theater.
Good old stereo. Yeah, I think that's something I do need to upgrade in here eventually. Is a proper. Oh, speaking of audio, check this out. Hey!
Okay.
that cool? We just got a
You
new
didn't have
mixer.
that capability
I
before.
feel like you can do that before.
Yeah, but it's easier to do now.
Okay.
Welcome to the show.
What else can you do?
That's all I can
That's
do.
it? Okay.
You want to do it though? You can
That
do
whole
it.
board just
I
says
don't
that.
need it.
Here, Colin, go.
Welcome. Oh, it's pretty cool.
See? All right, Gio, you ready?
What?
Go.
Welcome.
Wow.
Welcome.
That was good.
Okay.
Yeah, we can add that. But yeah, so that's the second gift. Thank you very much. And this one, this is from Regine. I'm going to open it here on the show for you all.
What if it's an embarrassing gift?
I was going to say I was going to pretend to be surprised, but I wanted to make sure, so I actually looked at what it is.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie to all of you guys. But it's a nice gift though. Ready? It's very soft. Check this out. It is deluxe plush wearable throw.
It's a receipt.
Okay. Look at this. Oh, it's huge.
Wow.
Hang on.
Blue Jays.
Look at this. Oh, see, it doesn't have sleeves because it's
Oh, it's
literally
like a poncho kind of.
It's literally like a wearable blanket. Yeah, it's literally a poncho.
That's actually a really good gift and idea.
Yeah, it is. Oh wait, there is kind of a sleeve. See, look, this part is attached. Wait, is it a button? Oh, buttons. Look at that.
Very nice.
So I could just like wear it.
Does it have the thing so it doesn't fall off the hanger?
No, I'll return it.
You got to bring it back.
Thank you, Regine. Regine, thank you, and we'll see you again soon. That's nice. I'm gonna get overheated, I think, sitting in this. That's nice. What do you think of the Blue Jays season?
It's very exciting.
Like, do you think
Overall, I enjoyed it. It was great. It was
like
now that time has passed.
yeah? Like, do you think they need to make big changes, or do you think like it could have gone either way? Like,
Well, we should have one when you think about it.
I mean, it would have been yeah.
Meaning,
What did you think of this lodged ball?
well, apparently it is in the rule book. Like, there's a rule where if it gets lodged, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they followed the rule. I don't know if it would have changed the outcome, but when it happened, I thought, of course this happens to us. You know?
Yeah. I mean, when you think of it, like it was those sorts of weird things. Without those, we probably would have won.
Yeah. There were a lot of sort of weird.
Because we would have scored 2 runs on that play.
We wouldn't have won the whole series. Yeah, I don't know. It's
Did you see that video? They showed a video. Do you know what we're talking about, the lodged ball?
No. You can explain it if you want.
So there was this thing that happened in the game where
critical point of the game. Like it was like it was ninth inning.
the Jays had like 2 guys on base. They hit we hit the ball and it landed right in like the exact corner. So here's the back wall, here's the ground.
Yeah.
It went and it stuck.
Because it's like padding. The wall's like padding.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So it was
It's-
more on the wall or more on the floor?
It was like exactly
50,
both.
exact-
exactly
gets
in the
stuck.
corner.
And it got wedged like slightly because there's padding. It got wedged
Yeah.
underneath, right?
Yeah.
So there was this other video of it happened once in the past, and the player was like, he stopped the play and he was like, oh no, like nothing.
Yeah.
So then the umps came out, and like the ump, this is not at the Jays game. This is a previous
Right.
time it happened.
Yeah.
The ump was like, that's not
grab it.
lodged.
Just grab it?
Yeah, he like picked it up. It was like, it's not. And then the ump was like, it's like that's not lodged. So,
so the play was safe. But like
so then he ended up saying that, yeah. So I think he counted the run in that
okay,
instance.
okay, yeah.
But in this case, the player first went up and was like, oh, lodged ball, nothing, nobody.
Yeah.
But then he picked it up, again, no problem, threw it in. But because of that, it was almost smarter on their part because the umps weren't able to examine whether it was lodged
Right.
because he picked it up. So they just called it as a lodged ball, and they made it, instead of a run, it was like a ground. I guess you get 2 bases. And that ended up being like we lost by 1 run.
The thing that bothered me was it gets lodged, and the outfielder automatically throws his hands up like, "Oh, I can't grab it." Like, you can grab it; it's right there.
Yes.
You know,
So-
maybe they just use like the golf. What's the golf rule? You play as it lie, whatever. You know, you have to play. If it's where it is, you have to hit it from there. It's part of physics.
Yeah, I think what it is it's like, again, from his perspective, it was smart because the umps now can't tell how lodged it really was.
I don't know if that would have changed anything. Though.
If it was lodged, what would have happened? They would have gone to run, or
Well, it was
Yeah.
lodged.
We would have scored 2 runs.
I mean, if the umpire like looked at it and said, "Yes, this is a lodged ball," then you would have gotten 2 runs.
If it was a lodged ball, they don't score because the Jays were the
which
ones
is what
batting.
happened. They ruled it as a lodged ball.
Yeah, they said it was a
okay,
lodged
okay.
ball.
So we wanted it not to.
We wanted it to not be a lodged ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what it is that you're right. The rules say it's a lodged ball.
Yeah.
The debate, I think, is whether or not that ball was actually lodged.
I see. I mean,
How do you tell?
well, what is lodged then at
You
that
have to,
point,
like-
right? Like, it's got stuck in there.
See, for me, if I was drawing the definition of something's lodged, it would need to it would need to be difficult for me to get it out. Right? Like if I said to you, like, okay, look, if I put this down
Yes.
and I said, "Oh, this is lodged,"
Yes, it's not lodged.
and then you went, "That's
Yeah.
not lodged."
Right.
So what if the ball rolled? It rolled to the back and then got a little lodged. Like, let's say it just rolled to the back.
It
Is that
seems
fair
very
play?
It seems very subjective. Like, how do you
Yes.
rule this?
So that's the thing. And the thing is, I saw a news report after, like, somebody went over there and they were like trying themselves to stick the ball in and they couldn't. So like it would have to really be stuck in there. The issue I have with it is like, and obviously I'm trying not to be biased, but obviously I'm going to be biased because it's the Jays and everything. But like everybody saw it was super easy for him to pick it up. Mm-hmm. And like, I know like there is a thing in physics. Like, if a ball lands perfectly at a point, even if there's something for it to get stuck, an object could just land and stay there, right? Like, it's unlikely, but it could happen, right? Because it doesn't bounce against either part. It can just go, and it's not necessarily stuck. It'll just be there.
Sure.
So, like, if it was just sitting there, he could just pick it up.
Yeah, what bothered me was, why did the outfielders stop the play? What, like,
He
should
called
they
it-
just grab it and continue playing?
Yeah, like
And you
it-
feel like
exactly.
the outfielders made the assumption that the play is dead because the ball is stuck.
Like, in my mind, if you're see, but it's again, it's like he's playing it almost like, what's the smart thing to do here?
But I feel like they should be penalized for stopping the play. He should play it, and then we'll figure it out after.
Yes, but the problem is because he picked it up, we can't check it. Because he picked it up, they can't now
But
check.
I feel like they should be penalized for stopping, for going like this, throwing your hands up.
Yes. In fact, so here's the thing. In my mind, the right way to do it would be the ball gets lodged. He goes to pick it up, and it's stuck. I can't pick it up. Oh, that was a lodged ball. Right?
Then he's going to pretend that he can't grab it.
I mean, that would be it. If he was like, so it'd be like,
So he's really trying to get it
Oh,
out.
you're right. It is stuck. Yeah. So, yes. So I guess my thing with it is that I think the rule makes sense, but the real debate is whether or not what we mean by lodged. And for me, lodged, there needs to be some resistance in picking it up.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because the thing is, he could have grabbed it, right? It's obvious. You don't have to be there to know that because they grabbed it out. They pulled it out.
Yeah.
But I think that's a rule because it's like kind of like a broken play. It's like not supposed to happen. That's why it's
Yeah, like obviously there's a
it's not a rule because you can't grab. It's just because it's a broken play. It's
Well,
not-
because there's a disadvantage, right? Because like, let's say usually if you know the ball's going to hit the wall, you would stand in a way that like, you're anticipating it's going to bounce towards
Right.
you. So if you're anticipating it's going to bounce towards you and then you run up there and it doesn't, you've now lost second. So it is a disadvantage that happened. But
another thing is every baseball diamond is designed differently, right? The outfield is all different. There's no same, so
Yeah.
they're all unique in their own way. Like if a ball hits a weird wall, that's shifted a certain way, it'll have a weird bounce. You still play it because
Yep.
that's just the. So maybe
Well,
this
even
is like that.
even in hockey that happens sometimes. Like sometimes
Yeah.
it hits a weird rough part of the boards.
So you're saying there shouldn't be a lodged ball rule? You should just whatever happens.
I think no. I
Because
think
if it goes in there and it's gone, then you have to stop.
Okay, well
playing.
that's completely different, right?
I think there should be a lodged ball rule. In fact, I don't even think there's a problem with the rule as it
If
is.
you can't pull it out.
Yes,
right?
the issue I have is that the ball needs to actually be lodged.
Yeah, because he can still grab it.
Okay,
and
so you're
continue playing.
saying if it disappears and it's gone, it's in the wall.
Well, yeah.
Not even that.
No?
I could say,
That
let's
should be
say
a
you
home
could
run.
see it. You could see it, but I think if when he goes to pick it up, it's not coming.
Okay, but how do you judge that though? That's
Well,
the
that's-
That's
part.
the problem.
Yes.
Do you think a ball can get in there so hard that you can't pull it out? That's impossible, right?
Because I don't know how it's designed. I don't know.
The thing is, it must have happened once, and that's why the
I guess
lodged
that's why
ball
the
rule
rule is there,
exists.
Yeah. Because apparently the ump did make a call, which makes sense, right? The ump called.
Yes.
So, anyways.
Well, what I would say is, again, it was smart baseball on the part of that player because by picking up by calling that it was lodged, but then picking it up so that it couldn't be checked.
Examined, yeah.
It was like it put them in the perfect position.
That's why I think you continue the play because they should be at fault there for taking the evidence, is what I'm saying, you know?
Yes.
What do you call it when you mess up?
You like tamper.
tampering with the evidence.
tampering with the evidence.
Yes.
That's what they did.
That's exactly what they did.
Exactly what they did.
And it worked in their favor.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
So basically, they're cheaters. And,
And now you don't like your gift anymore. So
And yeah,
that's
exactly.
ruined. Yeah. Anyways, no kidding. But yeah, moving on.
but overall, I think the Jays had a good season.
Yeah, it was fun. Like once you have time to think about it, it was like it's rare that your team makes it to the finals.
Yeah.
With a little bit of magic.
And the thing is, baseball, like, it's really hard to win consistently in baseball.
Yes, there's a lot of parity, and any team can win. I think in baseball, you know.
Anyone can win one game.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's the thing that makes it great. But
Are the Leafs going to be good this year?
what do you mean? Are they going to be? They're terrible.
Yeah, aren't
They're already bad.
Aren't they not doing well? I don't keep up too much, but
This is our year.
Yeah, this year you're not following them, right?
yeah, every other year, yes, for sure.
Normally. Okay, so I don't know. We weren't planning to talk about the Blue Jays, but we did.
But yeah, well, it's coming to the end of the year. You're kind of thinking about the year that has passed and things that happened. And the Blue Jays was a big part of.
Big part of the city. Big part of. I mean, the whole city was swept up in it.
It was, yeah, and that's the great thing about playoffs. You know?
It was good.
Yeah, it was fun.
Moving on, we're going to move to the next subject.
Which is
Okay, what is it?
I'm trying to think which one we should do.
What are our options? Come on.
You want to vote on it?
Let's talk about the AI thing.
Okay.
Because you know what I just saw yesterday? Okay, so
iRobot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about it beforehand. We're talking about this. What our feelings are about AI. Okay, and you, Gio, you said something along the lines of you're not a big fan of AI.
Well, in certain cases, right? Like if it's going to devalue the end product, then I don't like it, right? Like if someone is using AI to make their work quicker and it looks worse, then that's not good, right? That's not good for the end user, right?
But then we need to do something about that, right? Like, you know, for example, you see all those video clips of people using AI to make artificial movie footage and stuff like that.
Well, that's
not using real actors.
I don't really care about that.
No, but my point is people react to that and say, well, that's garbage. We shouldn't be accepting that.
Yeah.
So if it's not good, then we just have to do something.
But they're going to get more views from people that do like it than people that don't.
Well, the other problem as well is like eventually I think we're already at the point now where like you can't really tell anymore.
Yeah.
what's AI
Yeah,
and
that's
what's not.
another thing, right?
So my perspective is, because we were talking about this earlier, is I don't like it, but I think at a certain point you kind of have to
can't
accept
escape.
it, and you just have to think about, well, how can we use it? Like they use AI in the medical field, right? Or at least looking to use it, right?
Yeah. And in fact, we
In certain ways it's good, that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Regine Alaina. Happy birthday, Scott. Nice outfit. Thanks, Regine. It's very warm and soft and plushy. Thank you. And yeah, we're talking about AI. I've been thinking a lot about AI lately.
A lot. Like how much?
Like every day. Every day, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking about? So you know how like, maybe this is fitting because it's our birthday episode and we're like getting older and wiser, you know? But like, you know how what I've realized is, so you know how every generation, it's like, you know, like the older generations, for example, like they're not very good with like technology. It's like, oh, they don't know how to use computers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's me now. I've realized, like, just working with younger people, just being around a lot of young people, I've realized that they're so quick with things, and I'm not as quick with
Well,
things.
so I've been thinking about that, and I've been wondering, because like, so for example, I don't know, the older generation, like they were really good at like using like vinyls.
You mean older than us? Right?
Yeah, older than
us.
I'm
you
thinking,
mean-
no, I was to say like vinyl records.
Right,
Right.
yeah.
So it was a common thing that they all knew how to use a vinyl record.
Yeah, none of us know how to use a vinyl, except for maybe you.
No, I know.
Well, like, but like, for example, like there would have been a whole process of like maintaining them and like how to set up your record player properly. Or like, here's another example is like driving manual transmission.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah,
Do you know
that
how to
makes
do
sense.
that?
No,
I
I
do.
don't know how to do that.
I do. I learned.
I did. Most people don't.
Yeah, okay. Well, I get what you're saying, right? Like
So I was thinking about, I was like, what's the thing gonna be for me?
that we're good at, and
Yeah.
older people aren't.
Or
good
I was
at?
thinking more like well, no, because we're already, you know, like for example, like computers and stuff. Like we're pretty good at computers.
Oh, right.
But I was
What
saying
does that
like,
mean that we're good at computers?
We're just
what
good
does
at
that mean?
computers.
Well, it's a stuff that you know how to do.
But the thing is, are we good at computers though?
yeah, I think
Because
we're good at
yeah,
computers.
Can you build a computer?
No, but that's not.
I could actually.
But I think younger people can build a computer, and
I
I
don't think
do not
so.
think they can.
No.
Really?
No.
You know what? Actually, the younger people are worse with computers
what I was
now
gonna say, too,
because they
yeah.
all rely on apps on their phone. So, for example, like even the idea of like, okay, for example, something. Let's say you're installing something, and then it's like, oh, there's something wrong. Maybe it's the drivers, and then you go into like,
And you got to find out what driver issue you have.
yeah, or you go into like the file manager,
Yes.
right?
And what young people are like? What, the F1 drivers? Like what?
Yes, because
Exactly.
yes, because
the apps deal with it
yeah,
for them.
yeah.
right?
The idea of like going into the back areas of your phone or your computer, that doesn't exist anymore. It's like now it's like if there's an app for it, then they can do it. If there's not an app, they can't do it.
So that's going to be our advantage, I think, right?
How?
Yes.
How, how do we use that to our advantage?
No,
to
I mean like
defeat them?
in the same. I'm not fighting the younger generation. What I'm saying is that in the same way that people older than us have an advantage of us over like vinyl records, right?
Yes. But I've even noticed it with like music production. So for example, like, so I record people quite often, and sometimes I've had like parents bring like young kids in who have like, and they're like, oh yeah, I've been working on this song, and I look at what they've been doing, and it's like, they've just been like doing remixing of other songs in like an app that they got.
Right.
But the idea of like actually creating something from nothing is like a completely foreign concept.
Well, that's like a specialty skill, right? Like actually getting programs that let you make
That actually
your
you
own
do it.
stuff.
But again, the idea of like getting that program, it doesn't even occur to them because it's on an app on their phone. But anyway, the point I was trying to make is that like I was thinking about like what's the thing gonna be where it's like that's gonna make me an old person because I'm just not gonna. I'm not interested in doing that.
So it might be
Well,
AI.
I think
right?
it's
That's
gonna be,
what I'm
yeah, I
thinking.
think because
Yeah,
I know
it might
there's a
be
lot
AI.
of people that naturally just pick up their phone and they'll be like talking to ChatGPT, right? I
Yep.
don't
Yeah, I don't do that either.
I don't do that either. But the thing
that
is,
naturally.
but there's a part of me now that I've realized I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I don't like it. In fact, you know what I've been seeing? Have you seen these ads for like, they're all AI ads. It's like an ad for whatever the latest ones that Google is doing, Gemini or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And
Right.
it's the whole commercial is like, it's like a person and they're like making something like, hey Google, how do I do this
Yeah.
recipe? And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, put in this. And like the entire ad, I watch it and I'm like, this is terrible.
Like it doesn't appeal to me. I'm sure it appeals to a lot of young
But the
people.
alternative to that is if you're cooking or whatever, you've got to pick up your phone, but then you got to wash your hands.
Yeah.
Like, that's
No,
a case where
but
it's
I
what-
think
But
if
the
you're
thing
relying on an AI, right? It's like
Yes.
it's different.
in fact,
But when you go to Google and you type it in,
yes.
A lot of the results are AI. Is that what you're trying to say?
yeah, it's like it's part of it.
But not all of it.
Yeah,
Not
but
all
I'm,
of
I'm
it.
not even just saying the recipe thing. That was like one. It was more like, here's the part that I don't like, is that I feel like AI is it's encouraging people anytime they have to think,
Oh, let the computer think for
the
you.
computer does it for
Right,
you.
I get that.
Yeah. Like, for example, apparently a huge problem in schools right now is that a teacher will give an assignment. I need you to write an essay, you know,
Oh, and they.
and
Yeah.
the kids just,
Hey Google, can you write this essay for me?
yes. And the entire thing is like the teachers are just all the
Then
time.
the teachers are going to battle it with their AI. Going to be like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have their own
is
AI
there-
detection.
Yeah, it's going to be.
But the problem is, right, like an essay, all an essay is showing your ability to think.
Yes, and if you tell the computer to think for you,
Yes.
it's not good.
Because, right, like, in fact, the thing is, I didn't really understand it in high school, but I understand it now. And that, for example, what is a 5-paragraph essay? It's, I need you to state your what's the thing that's the last sentence in the intro? What's it called?
Oh,
Thesis?
The thesis, yeah.
Your thesis is your idea.
Yeah.
So I want to say, coffee tastes better in a mug. That's my thesis.
Yeah.
And I need you now to tell me why.
Yeah, supporting arguments,
Right?
blah, 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 right?
That's all it is. It's
Yeah.
literally just make a statement and defend that statement.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to go to AI every time you need to do that, like at what point are you ever going to actually learn to think?
You're not going to think critically, right? That's
Yeah.
okay, but
another
here's
thing.
the thing. Let's say these two people are at a job interview. Okay,
Yes.
Okay.
the person who's interviewing them asks a question. Write an
Yeah.
essay. Some guy uses his brain to write a thesis,
Yes.
the content, the conclusion, and the other guy uses AI.
Yes.
Well, depending on what they're looking for, I mean, they may want the guy who knows how to use AI because that's what they're going to do in the workforce. It's not good, but what if that's
I do
it
get what
is?
you're saying.
Yeah. So, this person's resourceful that they're using their AI.
Well, not only that, like the job is that.
Oh, you mean like how? Yeah,
the job will be.
they'll be using AI in the
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't
yeah.
care if the person's thinking or not.
I mean, I would agree with that. I guess the only issue I have is like, generally, I think you're right in that. Let's say this job, we're looking for somebody to manage our AI.
Yeah,
Then yeah,
of
we need
course,
somebody who's
the guy
good with
who-
their
yeah.
AI.
But you even say, "Oh, manage our AI," but it's not even that small. I'm thinking, like, what if? Because you're thinking there's like an AI department or a team, but maybe companies in the future just every department will just be relying on AI in a way, right? So it's not like
Yeah. Here's my worry is it's like, so for example, I've been seeing stuff online on the internet where like people now, let's say their friend, something happens to them, right? And they want to send them a message of condolence.
I don't like that. I know.
They're like getting AI
Yeah.
to write that for them. And then some
And it's
people,
obvious,
some
right?
people receive a message
Yeah.
and they get AI to respond for them. Or like they want to ask out a girl on a date and they get AI to do it. And so then you've got this weird thing where like, there's no way that this creates better people.
People are not communicating with each other.
But then won't it just kill itself? Like that's
Yeah.
not sustainable.
I was
Like-
gonna say that,
Like
like-
some people will do that, but I don't think. I don't think there's longevity in that. I don't think it'll.
But I think
survive.
I think the problem is I think it creates lower quality people.
But doesn't
like,
natural
the-
selection filter that out? And like people who don't do that will just succeed more, and eventually it just dies out.
I don't know if it's the thing about AI. Where people are theorizing that it might die out is it keeps referencing itself, and eventually it's just going to get so stupid, right? But I don't know if that's true or not.
Like you're right, and it because it does rely on, like I know specifically
Yeah.
with the art side of it.
Sure.
It relies on the existence of
other
art
art,
that
yeah.
stuff's made.
Yeah, and if it references its own art, eventually it's just going to get,
yeah,
you know what I mean, right? Like it's going to get like inbred.
yeah. And you know what's something I saw yesterday? This is why I brought it up in the first place. I didn't even think about this because like obviously like the deep fake photos and videos are getting so good.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw the iRobot movie?
Love that film. You guys have not seen it? You
I've
actually
not
haven't seen it?
No.
No, we could talk about movies after though.
I've seen it like 5 times.
Why
Anyway.
why is it your favorite movie?
No, it was there was a stretch where it was always on TV and it was on, I would watch it. Anyways, I saw a thing yesterday. Scammers are now like, they'll go on people's social media.
Oh, right.
They'll grab a picture of that person.
Yeah.
Then they'll have an AI generated photo of that person like kidnapped.
Yeah.
And then they're using that image to like send it to their relatives to
Yeah,
get
that's
them to,
not. Yeah, that's not
obvious-
new.
that's
That's been
obviously
happening
bad.
for a few years
But like,
now.
but right now it's gotten a lot worse.
because the images are super
Yeah.
realistic now.
Or not even images.
But I
right?
can do that with Microsoft Paint. I just take their thing off of Facebook.
You put like
and edit
a
it,
photo on the but like it's more with the voice. They train your voice.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
And if you say your grandma or whatever, here's your voice saying, "I need money. I'm in jail," right? Like that's dangerous,
But
right?
I'm just imagining, Like if somebody sent me an image of like my girlfriend and it looks like she's tied up, there'd be a moment
You're not
where I'm
gonna
like,
think, right? Yeah.
yeah, and it's even worse if you're if somebody who's a little older who's not necessarily aware of the existence of AI. That's my granddaughter.
Then you use AI to fight that back.
They don't even
Send,
know how
pic- send pictures of them tied up.
Send a picture of the scammer back to them.
Anyway, I saw that. I'm like, that's scary.
But that's just stuff that the newer generation is going to be better at us than we are, right? They're
Better at deciphering.
I guess like being aware of this stuff. I think, right?
Yeah, but the problem though is like,
You think they're going to be too stupid to like?
no, it's
it out?
not even that. I just think that the technology is like, I just saw they're announcing the latest rollout of whatever the latest AI thing is.
Chat model or whatever.
You
It's
sound
like-
so old right now.
You know what they're using
The
today.
LLM, the language model.
But the
language
latest
learning
one,
model.
the pictures, like 'cause before the AI images used to have like a look to them.
Yeah. And
The
now
newest-
you can't even tell.
The newest ones just look like like
Yeah.
there's a picture of they showed this one of a girl sitting in a restaurant.
Yeah.
And it just looks like a picture of a girl sitting in a restaurant. Like it doesn't. There's nothing to give it away.
Yeah.
So
But that in itself, what's bad about that? It's just a video of someone sitting in a
Well,
restaurant, right? It's kind of like, okay, then how does it impact?
the thing that's
or how-
bad about it for me is I know what it's going to be used for. And I don't think there's any good thing. I can't think of anything good.
The only
that it's for.
What if like someone uses that to make a nice creative video, and like he doesn't have a 8K camera, he doesn't have a studio, and he just uses the AI to make like a nice movie. Like it's nothing bad about it. That's a good use case, right?
I mean, yes and no.
But
I mean, obviously,
technology always impacts certain industries, and you just have to, we've worked around it. There's some industries that have completely died.
yeah,
Right?
Like obviously, there's obviously like for me as a videographer or filmmaker, I'm like, I don't like the idea that somebody is.
That someone doesn't need your services.
Yeah,
I mean that makes sense. Yeah.
But you're right. I can understand in the sense like obviously the people who were really good at horseshoes lost their jobs when cars took over, right?
Yes.
But I don't know if this is the same.
Well, because this is broader, it reaches.
This affects everybody basically.
But
right?
it's almost. I feel like the problem I have is I don't know. The equivalent would be almost like.
I think here it is. Once you impact something that has to do with creativity,
Okay, yeah, that makes
like if
sense.
someone told me that they had a movie that I can watch that was completely AI, that was created by AI, I don't know if I would be as interested in watching it, because when you watch a movie, part of the appeal is someone's mind.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan, right? Like his mind was behind this
Right,
movie,
yeah.
and you're like, oh, I want to see what his perspective is. So that's part of the appeal.
Yeah, and well, especially like, for example, like Christopher Nolan movies, especially, it's like his big thing is he almost tries to not use even visual effects to cover stuff. It's like he likes to get it in camera. So the whole appeal is like how they do that.
Yeah. So
But is there a difference? Like, is there a difference between saying I want to watch a movie that was written and made by AI, and another one like, oh, here's a director and he didn't have a fancy equipment and he used AI to make his scenes from scratch. That's different, right?
that is a bit different.
So, so the thing that kind of worries me is because you're right. Like, there's a part of it where it's like at some point, what you're saying is, yeah, a creative person but didn't have the resources was able to make their dream film.
Sure.
But at that point, at least there's still like a creative person behind it who made that.
Yeah.
My concern, and what's probably going to be the initial start, but then get bigger,
Yes.
is that you're going to have things like where studios will do things like, oh, we don't need to hire anybody to make this movie.
That's going to be bad.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Like, and it's going to start, I think, with commercials. I can imagine, for example, them getting so good with the prompts where they'll be like, Hallmark Channel.
Yeah.
Those kind of very formulaic movies. Yeah, generate a 2-hour made-for-TV movie about, two people who meet in a small town, right? And like, my worry is
but
that
the acceptance is lower. The bar is low for that, because when
I think
people watch those,
they don't like that, right?
you
think people? I think people.
But I
will
think
be like,
a lot of people.
will
I think
reject
a lot
it.
of people who are watching Hallmark movies aren't going to care as much.
that's the
for a
thing.
Hallmark
They're not
movie.
watching it for the quality.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
That's the
It's
thing.
just something enjoyable.
So
right?
that's my worry, is that because there's this part of me that's like, so I know, for example, when Christopher Nolan puts, they announce that they're doing a 70 millimeter film projection version of Interstellar in theaters. I will go watch it.
Right.
And I know that there's a certain number of people, a pretty big number of people, who will buy that extra ticket and they're going to go watch it. But I also know that there's a majority of people who don't care.
And that's most people.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just the reality.
And I think, and we're seeing the same thing with music, right? It's like music used to be this special thing and you got to get this person's album, and right? But now I feel like music's kind of just this disposable.
It's kind of just there.
Anyone could just make
it's kind of just there.
Somebody wants to throw something on in the background. Are they going to even know or care whether that's AI generated or whether a producer actually made it?
About that stuff, yeah.
And my worry is that there are always going to be purists who want, no, this is what my art is. But my worry is that are there enough purists to sustain the industry?
That's definitely a worry, yeah.
Or is it just going to be like, no, like, oh, guess what? Like Netflix, we know that if we, type a couple of prompts, we can generate an AI series and it's our most successful series. So we're just going to do that from now on. We're not going to hire anybody to do it.
Well, okay, think of it this way. If that sort of technology becomes so ubiquitous that the average consumer can do it as well, they're going to think, why am I paying $20 a month for Netflix, who's generating their own movies, when I can just go to my laptop and say, make me a Hallmark movie with me as the main character, or whatever, right?
I feel like that's coming.
So also, the thing is, in the end, so using movies as an example, like the studios are only going to make what people want to watch, what they'll pay for.
Yep.
So if people are okay with watching the AI movies, then they're going to make it. But if they're not, then they won't make it. So it's not so much about the studios; it's about at the end what people are okay with.
And my worry is that people are going to be okay with it.
But they're going to pay $25.99 a month.
Yeah, will they care?
Know.
I don't think it'll be popular. I mean, they'll like it if it's free. I think they'll watch it if it's free.
Yeah, if it's free. Yeah. So it might get watered down, and they might lose some people. But then maybe it's more of so maybe it'll become more of a premium. To watch a real movie.
You see this with games too. Like a lot of people see like generated content in games and they just don't buy them because they're like, why am I paying you $80? You spent $0 to get ChatGPT to render this for you, right?
So I guess the hope is that enough people have a certain standard.
Well, I think there'll be a blend of both. I think AI, obviously there'll be AI media, and they will start with commercials because the bar is low. No one cares for commercials, right? You don't care about the creativity.
Yep.
But there'll probably be a blend of both, and maybe to see a Christopher Nolan movie in the future will cost $50 a ticket because there'll be less traffic.
That's probably that's the thing, because if the demand is lower, the prices will go higher.
Go up.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, you got to see how the culture changes, right?
You know what also could happen, right? So you know how like in the 80s, music got super, super digital. And that's why in the 90s, there was this rebellion against it, which grunge came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, no, we don't want that. We want real stuff. So maybe there'll be this cultural thing where it's like suddenly a whole bunch of artists who come forward and be like, we don't use any of that stuff.
Yes, and that'll be like a huge selling point.
But you love the 80s.
You know what's funny? I actually like it now. Yeah. I know we didn't like it growing up.
So maybe you'll say, this is what you'll say about AI.
I don't know if I'll ever like AI.
Well, you know what the other option is that what if this AI stuff is just not sustainable? What if they can't keep these big data centers open? And like in 20 years, it'll be like, we had AI in the 20...
We don't have the resources
We don't have the resources to maintain this. So that we used to have AI, and now we just don't have it anymore.
Well, because they need a lot of what? They need a lot of like water and all
water and power.
Yeah, it's super
There'll still be like local AI generated.
No, but then won't innovation just require let's say cars, right? You require less gas.
Yeah, like you got to feel like over time it'll just get more efficient.
Yeah.
Maybe. What if there's like a cap that you just can't get past it, right? I don't know. I don't know enough about the technology.
I mean, none of us do. Right?
I feel like if there's a demand for it, people will find a way to deliver it. That's what I think.
I guess.
Like I think if it dies off, it won't be because we can't use it anymore. I think it'll be because people don't
reject
like it.
But the thing is,
AI won't die off. First of all, like it may die off in like media.
Right,
but like people will use it in other industries because there are other industries that could.
There are definitely places where it's useful.
The medical field for sure.
Yeah. Well, like I'll even say straight up, like I don't actively use Chat. In fact, I don't think I've ever used ChatGPT. I don't even have it. But if I enter a search in Google, like for example, this. So I noticed there's like the number 12 on here.
Yeah.
And I've never seen this before. I didn't know what that was. So I Googled, like, what's the number 12 on UHD discs? Mm-hmm. And apparently this must be from the UK. So the 12 is like our equivalent of like PG-13. and the top result was an
AI summary
answer.
Yeah.
And I've used like it's 90% of the time that's all I need.
But you have to be careful with those, right? Because it scrapes the web, and if you don't know what you're asking,
True.
you might just get a wrong answer.
Yes.
And you won't know it's wrong.
That's true.
So don't do it for anything important.
True. But I will say again, it's a tool though that in that case I'm like, it's fine, I guess.
So you don't use it at all in your workflow, like for anything?
No.
Because sometimes people be like, you have like a to-do list. Sometimes people say, okay, ChatGPT, organize this in order from what would take me the longest to what would take me the shortest. I mean, I don't use it, right?
Yeah.
But
I haven't, and the thing is, I mean, I'm not going to say never.
But I think you're just not using it now at the point just because you don't want to use it.
Exactly. At this point, there's almost a part of me.
It could be helpful for very basic things that aren't affecting anyone else negatively, right?
Yeah. But again, I don't know if it's a certain thing, like I was saying, what's the thing that's going to make me an old person? Like, I feel like there's just a part of me that's like, every time you offload a task, you're making yourself more useless.
Slightly dumber or slightly less useless? Oh, like you're not flexing that muscle anymore.
Yes. Because I even think about like manual transmission, right? You know how to do it. Most people don't. I don't know how to do it.
Uh-huh.
Manual transmission, everyone used to do it. And it's harder than automatic.
Yeah.
So you imagine that once upon a time, every single person, when they got into a car, had to have this coordination between their feet and switching gears. And like there was more involved. And now you've got an entire generations now of people who no longer need to do that.
Which is totally fine, though.
Does that make them smarter?
But I think we're all a little worse. Like, wouldn't that, like, how do you get better at, like, let's say hand-eye coordination, right?
I think we're safer because if you have to coordinate the gear shifting.
Yes. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, so for example, like, let's say, like, for example, if we never had to walk, right? If we changed everything, so now, like, you don't have to walk anymore.
So it's like that, what's that movie?
Wall-E?
Yeah.
Yes. Right? The day you then have to walk.
You're in trouble.
Yeah. Yes.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So I feel like it's making us, like, every time you offload a task, we as a person are worse.
Yeah. I mean, marginally, right? If you're talking about, like, manual transmission, I guess, but, like, other things is more important.
Yes.
Right? So you need to learn yourself and do yourself.
And the reason AI creeps me out is because now it's like, it's offloading our thinking.
Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah.
Like, for example, even the simple thing of, like, being able to formulate an argument. Like, if I want to debate somebody or argue, or I believe that this is true and this is why. If you're not even able to do that, because you don't have to think for yourself anymore.
The thing is, I get what you're saying, but using school, for example, people create essays using AI. They're not doing that because, they're doing that because they're thinking, how can I get the best grade by doing the least amount of work, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So it's like they're kind of almost forced to use it. If everyone else is using AI to make their essays, you kind of feel forced to do it just because the technology is there and you have to take advantage of it.
Yes.
But I don't necessarily think that they'll want it to be this way.
You're right.
So it's not necessarily the users. The users are just opportunists, right? They're making the most out of it.
But the problem is that if a kid goes through their entire school year, their entire school education, 10 years.
Yeah, it's an issue.
Never having to actually, like, basically anytime anything challenging happens, they have this technology that they can rely on.
Yeah, they just ask AI, yeah.
At what point do they develop that skill?
Yeah, but it's not their fault though. The technology is there.
We're not really blaming them, right?
Yeah, but
so what do we do then?
You mean what's the solution? Yeah.
I don't know what the solution is, but my point,
change the culture.
The point I'm making is that if you've got all people now, just anytime something difficult comes along, they don't do it.
They don't think.
There's no good outcome to that.
Yes, that's bad. Well, and schools don't allow AI to write your essays.
No.
People still do it.
But it's just getting harder and harder for them to tell when it happens.
Well, they get their own AI, like Colin said, right? They get their own AI to check, to see if this is AI.
That's something. Bad.
That's something, right?
It's bad.
Yeah.
Anyways, happy birthday.
Yeah. Well, because you know what it reminds me of? I remember in elementary school.
Oh, it reminds me of iRobot.
Yeah. I've seen that. That movie used to be on TV all the time.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
Do you guys remember the multiplication table thing? It was like a square, And they had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10.
Yes.
So like if you wanted to know what 4 times 4 was, you would just like go to the 4 and you go to
Yeah, you find where they intersect.
yeah. So I remember the first year grade, whatever it is, whatever grade we learn multiplication tables.
But you memorized it instead?
No, I didn't memorize it. Look,
You just use the table.
the teacher gave me that thing. She gave that all to the whole class.
Yeah.
And so we would get our multiplication homework, and I would go home, 4 times 4. Okay. And I would just look at the table.
Yeah.
And then I remember, so I did that for all the assignments. And then we came to the test, and the teacher's like, all right, it's time for your multiplication test. And she was like, oh, but you can't use the thing.
Yes. How you're supposed to.
Yes. So I failed.
Yeah.
I literally was like, wait, how am I supposed to, like, I realized now that was a bad math teacher.
Yeah.
But looking back, I'm like, it never occurred to me. What's funny is by the time I got to the multiplication test, I didn't know what multiplication was.
Right. You were just taking the number that it gave you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, 4 times. I didn't understand that I was saying
times-
what are 4
yeah.
group. Like,
Yeah,
it
I
was
get it,
never
I get it.
explained to me. Yeah. So if you tell kids every time you're going to be doing anything, it's basically the same thing except worse.
Yes.
And what ended up happening is my parents put me in Kumon. You know, Kumon math?
Kumon. Yeah, that's still around.
Yeah. And like that's because my grades dropped. But it's literally because of that.
That was
Because
their fault. Yeah.
the teacher gave me this thing.
Well, just like Colin's
Imagine
thing, right?
Kuban gives him the table.
You want to be really fast? Use this.
They test him.
But like you're saying, right? You don't blame the kid. You don't blame Scott.
The teacher never should have given us that.
Yeah. Or at least explained it to you. Right?
Explain what it was.
Yeah. This is how you do it, and this is like the shortcut.
Yeah, but okay, let's say 100 years ago, they're doing long division, right? People are doing long division.
Yeah.
And then suddenly
Okay.
Texas Instruments comes out with the calculator.
Yeah.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay? Who's doing long division now? They're using a calculator to calculate
But you know how to
everything.
do long division.
Yeah, but you should at the very least know how to do it.
You know what?
Okay, but when am I using it though?
But you know what it's doing.
When am I
right?
using it? When are you using long division to watch iRobot? You know?
Yeah, but the thing is, here's the thing. I think it's important to know how to do it. Or at the very least to know
Or
what it is.
What it is. That's what I'm trying to get at. Right?
Yeah, what it is.
Like how you get to like how it got to the answer, I guess. Like
Yeah.
Like what does the numbers mean that it's like? What do these numbers mean that it's giving me? Right.
Yeah.
You need to understand that.
It's like that for everything. For example, like even with like cars now. Like it used to be if something was wrong on your car, you could at least fix some things. But now you can't do anything to
Well,
your
because
car.
you have computers in the cars now, and
Yeah.
it's all about the diagnostic software and stuff.
But I feel like that's happening with everything. Like most people now, they don't know how to do any basic home repairs. They don't know how to do, like, I just feel like we're offloading more and more of our just things that we used to do.
Yes, which is not good.
That at the end, we kind of just become these just like empty.
Prompt machines.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's definitely a bad thing. So nobody use AI, okay? Everyone agree.
I just think, yeah, I don't know. It scares me. But you love it.
Yeah, Colin's very for it.
I just think we have to accept it
Yeah.
and figure out how to use it in the best way. It's not going to go away.
Yeah, well, yeah, the smart thing is not to be like, no, don't use it, go away. You have to understand it.
Like
Just-
you be using AI so you don't have to click and switch this camera.
You're right. Like every time
yeah, yeah,
someone
Gotta reach
speaks.
his hand out
every time,
and click the thing.
and you can.
They can't see
Yeah,
it.
but I kind of like it because then I can do like.
But that's like the
Okay, well,
opposite of AI.
well, here's
That's
the thing:
like,
you can get an AI to do it, which is an AI
or
like
just get a foot switch.
analyzing the scene and deciding itself when to do it, or you
Yep.
can write a program. Yeah, program is different, right?
True.
Like, if the volume goes up on my mic, it switches, right?
Yeah.
That's got to exist, right?
Yeah, that
I'm
that
just-
definitely
100%
exists.
I'm
exists.
surprised you're still clicking that.
The thing is, I've
Well, he
gotten
wants
kind of
more
good.
control over it.
I've also kind of gotten good at this. For example, like and you know what? It's actually good in the case of like, let's say something happens where I don't want to show it. Like, let's say, oh, something fell. I want to pick it up so that I can go here and I can do what I need to do.
And
But
you can
I'm
still
still
talk.
talking.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm still
It makes sense,
talking.
yeah.
But I don't, you know. So again, it's like every time you automate something, you're giving away some.
Okay, old man.
I think that's what it is. You're right. That's how we become.
So should you not use a blender? Should you like cut up all your ingredients by hand and then mix it with water? You know what I mean, right? Like, well, I guess
You're
that's
right.
that's not AI though. That's different.
But you are right in principle in that I've thought about that too, actually, because you're right. Like at
Yeah.
what point, for example, like the ancients built everything with like a mallet
Yes.
and and we're using power tools,
Yeah.
right?
Should you not use power? Well, that doesn't matter, right? But why does it not
Well,
matter?
AI is just technology, and we've always implemented technology innovation to make things easier.
Yeah, you're right. What I would say with it is I think there's like a point where there's a line.
Right. What's the line, though?
And I think at a certain point, there's a line we just shouldn't cross. And I feel like in many cases, AI is it.
Well, I think it's when, like, you should not have it think for you, right? That's one thing.
But
Yes.
I don't know. Like,
It
what do you mean
shouldn't-
they think
it shouldn't
for you?
think for you, right?
Okay, let's say there's a doctor doing an operation. He's
Right.
not really sure how to proceed with the operation.
I don't want him using ChatGPT. I
But
want
there
him to, I want him to know
not
what
right,
the problem is.
Right. But the thing is, they actually don't. If you see a doctor now and you ask them something, they will pull out their phone and they'll check. I don't know if you've seen that, but
that happens
they'll pull out
sometimes,
their
yeah.
phone, right? And they'll
Yep.
check Google. So they don't know everything.
But
So
I-
there's going to be a point in time where, like, the AI doctor may have a better solution than the human doctor. Because the
Maybe.
human doctor can only pull from what it's learned, what it's
Right, yeah,
experienced.
and yeah,
whereas
I-
AI can apply maybe data from around the world and use that and make the
better decision?
The decision based on the data.
I don't disagree with what you're saying, but I still think, you know, my bigger concern is the extreme of that would be like, oh, we don't need doctors anymore,
Right.
right?
Just use the AI to do it. You want a guy at the very end of the line.
I don't know though. Do
to
we
veto.
like right now? We do because we're so comfortable with a human making the decision. But maybe in the future, if a doctor says something, maybe we'll be like, "Well, wait, did you check with the AI?"
But you still want that doctor there, right? Or do you not want the doctor there?
Well, now yes, because
But
I would not be comfortable. But maybe in the
But
future,
in the future, no.
maybe not.
I mean,
What if something happens? What if the AI says you need to get your legs chopped off, and it just goes on through the chain because
But we
no
might
one's
get
checking
used
it.
to. We might get used to that.
I guess ideally if the AI is perfect.
Yeah,
But it's never going to be.
no.
perfect.
But everyone makes a decision based on what they know.
Oh, but wait, if the AI, it's a good question though. If the AI was perfect
Okay. Somehow.
and we were like, yeah, we're just not going to have doctors anymore. Like, do you remember, in fact, did you ever watch that movie,
Don't say it.
you know, iRobot? no, wait, did we both take that class together? The, can't remember, the science fiction course. Did you take that?
University?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where we watched a bunch of sci-fi movies?
Maybe. What movie are you talking
That
about?
sounds like a ridiculous course, by the way.
Well, we took a movie course together.
Yes.
It was like a bird course.
We'll take a course
day-
of things we normally do outside of school.
The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Was that the...
Remember with the big silver robot? He shows up.
I don't remember.
Oh, wait, Will Smith is in that. Was he? Will
Yeah, he goes up and he slaps the robot. No,
I know which movie you're talking about, but I don't know if I watched it with you. But
okay, well, the end of that movie,
Yes.
spoiler alert, the premise is that at the end, that robot, he's like, there. So basically what happens is an alien shows up at the end and says to the humans, because they've just started space travel,
Yep.
and with space travel, you're now joining the universal community. And he basically says that we have a race of robots who are our police.
yeah.
And they're like, it's not a perfect system, but we all sort of let the robots govern us. And we let them make all of those decisions. And this is kind of almost what we're talking about, how like,
What happens in the movie? Just
well, the movie kind of ends with the alien kind of asks humans, what are you going to do? And that's kind of where it
And
ends.
they don't decide.
It kind of ends there, yeah.
But I get what you're saying. That's scary to us now.
But if the AI was perfect, would we be okay with being like, oh, well, yeah, okay, so yeah, so example is like, oh yeah, this crime was committed. Here's the data. This is the evidence. What does the AI say? Oh, AI says this person's guilty. 20 years in prison.
But you're like the premise that you're saying is that it's perfect, and
Yeah.
somehow we know it's perfect,
Yeah.
and somehow it'll always be perfect.
But what is perfect though? Like,
Yeah.
Like it doesn't get it
There's
wrong.
no-
It doesn't get it wrong.
Doesn't get anything wrong.
So for example, when you were saying the AI says this person has cancer and they need this to cure it and it's always right. So
Well,
are we okay with no doctors
in this
anymore?
magic scenario, then you would say yes, right?
But that magic scenario, there's that magic scenario in where we are now, and we're going towards
We're never
that.
going to reach it.
Maybe not, but what if we're right here, like very close?
Then I wouldn't trust it. Even if there's a 1% chance, I want a human there to decide.
But the human may not be as good.
I just want a human to be like, don't chop off his legs because he doesn't need his legs chopped off. That's all I want, right? I want some oversight.
Yeah. You know, the issue I have too is like, I could almost say easily, I mean, yeah, if the medical field is better, where we're just letting AI make all the choices. But then I think I have my own vested interest, but also it also makes me wonder what's the point. It's like, are we okay with the AI doing everything? So it's like when I turn on the TV now, yeah, AI makes this. Oh yeah, AI makes our movies for us.
AI movies, AI news.
Well, we keep going
AI.
back to media because I think AI and creativity, that is something that we don't like, right? Because it's impact, so I think that's a specific
we agree with
space.
that, but we're talking about like governing us. Like you said, with
everything
the
else
robot.
is a bit different.
But it just becomes like, so, I guess, you know what it is? It's like, at what point do we not want AI involved? For example, like what if AI was like, we've sorted out that this is the person that should be your wife. So you're going to marry this person.
The people are not going to like that.
This is the job you should do because you're ideally suited for it. This is what you should eat. This is how you should cook it. In fact, we're going to cook it for you. We're just going to have this food delivered to you. You're going to watch this entertainment. You're going to like this music. Like, at what point do we live?
But I think the stuff that you're saying can never be decided even by like a perfect AI, right? I don't think there's a way to find the perfect thing for everyone, right?
I mean,
even telling them this is your perfect wife, they're going to be like, no, because you told them. I guess maybe if you do it in the background, but even then.
I mean, because some cultures have arranged marriages.
Okay, yeah. But are you saying like the stuff you're saying I don't think is possible, but in a scenario where it's somehow perfectly possible, I don't know. Right? It's hard to think about.
There's a part of me that's just like, I think the decision is philosophically, it's just like, I feel like we should say no because we're the ones who have to live.
Yeah, I think I mean, we keep talking about sort of the media part, creativity and stuff like that. But AI is way bigger. It's impacting all these other industries that we're not even talking about, right?
It's hard
it's in cars, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's hard to say no to something like Colin said, like the doctor. Like, why would you say no to having a perfect diagnosis?
Yes.
Right? That's one thing.
Yeah, there's certain, I think, fields where most people will say, okay, let's explore this with that field.
Yep.
But then you go like, talk about the economic situation. What if you say we only have AI doctors now? What are real human doctors going to do? Are there no more doctor schools? Or do we just forget?
Well, I think there'll be new roles. Doctors' roles, the scope of the role will change over time, just like in most industries.
But like, but there'll be less doctors.
Yeah, and what happens?
Like, what do we need them for?
And do you trust what AI system are they using? That's another thing.
Okay, but like
who's in charge of
technology
that
and
AI
manufacturing
system?
has changed, right? No one really worried about. I mean, maybe people worried about, oh no, there's going to be less people working in the factories because now we have machines. Like, people worried about that, but then we moved on.
But manufacturing is also an issue, right? Like, what if we don't manufacture stuff at home anymore? Now you have a problem, right? That's something people think about nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the big worry is like, so for example, like with self-driving cars,
Yeah.
right? So I know in the US, the biggest employer of men is driving.
Yeah.
So, and the industry is pushing very hard to get self-driving trucks. So you're going to have the majority of men suddenly no job. And what happens when AI, because I think it's most jobs can be done better by machines.
Yeah, like self-driving cars, they can generally speaking, they can make the right calculations.
If everyone was in a self-driving car, I think we'd get to our places faster. Right?
If everyone was
Yeah.
But then at the end of the day,
yeah.
AI still has to make a decision. There's odd cases where the self-driving cars, they assess the situation, they make the best decision, right?
Yeah.
But the example you hear is like, okay, it's driving and there's someone in the middle of the road and it's got to swerve out to save them.
Yeah, I've heard that.
But what about when it swerves?
Yeah.
It's also killing or harming other people.
Or like, do I kill the driver and save the pedestrian,
Exactly.
or do I kill the pedestrian and save the driver?
Which do you guys think it should do?
I don't
Depends.
know.
Am I the driver or am I the
Well,
pedestrian?
no, you know what I think? I think actually it should always save the driver.
Really?
I think if it was always designed that way so that everyone's car is looking after them.
So
I mean,
so
selfishly,
you can't
yeah,
walk anymore. So screw you if you're walking.
No, it's just
That's what I was saying.
No,
You were saying if
as a-
everyone's in a car, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
safe.
well,
Everyone's
except you're a
in
pedestrian.
Except
Well,
it's
no, I'm
not
saying if
But no, as a pedestrian, you should just be aware that that's the case.
that you might die.
Well, you could always
walking down the street.
Yes.
But the thing is, I think pedestrians should have.
Their own AI.
Yeah, but would you buy a car that you knew
I would definitely not buy a car that
On
would
your
kill,
side,
that,
like
that
it
would kill
protects
me.
you?
It would no. Would you if you knew that it would kill you
If it would save a pedestrian.
if it meant saving a pedestrian?
But that's a very niche situation. But
Yeah,
even
it
then,
is. But there
wouldn't.
will be situations like that, right?
For sure. Yeah.
So, anyways. This is such an uplifting birthday podcast.
It was interesting. I think it was interesting talk.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about one topic.
The show's almost done. We're already going for over an hour. Okay, hang on. I have to quickly do the ads. We have to do the ads. Everybody, today's very enlightening conversation, not AI, is brought to you by the following fantastic advertisers who make this show possible. Let's meet them. The Toronto real estate market is growing and changing every day. In these challenging times, you need someone in your corner. Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, is committed to looking out for you. She'll go the extra mile to ensure you have all the information you need to make a decision you can feel confident about. Purchasing a home is one of the biggest financial investments you'll make in life. Don't leave it to chance. Call Jeanette McKenzie at Forest Hill Signature. She's my realtor. That's right. This beautiful studio, of which we are broadcasting to you from right now. This beautiful studio, I wouldn't have it without her help. So she's my realtor. She could be yours. Call today at 416-523-0408 or email at JMckenziehomes at gmail.com. Jewelry forever. Conveniently located at CF Markville Shopping Center at Highway 7 East, 5000 Highway 7 East, Markham. They do custom-made jewelry, repairs, custom laser engraving, and they change watch batteries, all done on site. Jerry at Jewelry Forever, an incredible artist. If you have a vision for something custom you'd like made, you need something repaired, you need something cleaned, he is the man to do it. And we have an amazing deal worked out with them. If you let them mention the show, tell them Scott and Regine sent you, get 15% off your purchase, 15%. Mention the show, get something special for the special person in your life. When you're ready to say forever, think jewelry forever. Also follow them on Instagram and TikTok. Beautified by Romina, internationally trained hair and makeup artist. She's the official hair and makeup artist of the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina. She did, as you can see there, our official photo shoot. She does films. She does red carpets. She does debuts. She does weddings. She does anything and everything that you need to be beautified. She does it. She's fantastic. She does men and women. She's great to work with, and you should hire her for your next event. Reach out to her on Instagram or Facebook at Beautified by Romina. And if you'd like to advertise on the show, it's so easy. Reach out at radioshow@gmail.com. We do the show live every week, people. And we also read the ads live week to week, just like right now. What does that mean? It means you can personalize them week to week. Do you have an event, a sale, something happening in a particular time, particular place? You let us know. We let your potential client base know in real time. It's a great way to build a brand new relationship with a brand new audience. So get in touch. radioshow@gmail.com. I remember to use the reverb. Welcome back, everybody. Oh, something else I wanted to tell everybody about. Obviously, Glenmore Record Studios, where we are, it is open for business. If you're looking for a place to do a podcast, this screen, it could say your name. It doesn't have to say the Sit Down. It could say Johnny's Lawnmower Podcast. Johnny, are you looking to do a podcast about your lawnmowers? Or anything you'd like, reach out. This is a fully functional podcast studio, full service, multi-camera setup. All the mics are here. You just come in, sit down, start talking. We'll take care of everything else. Reach out to us at Glenmore Records. Go to glenmorerecords.com for more information. Also, just opened. In fact, this is literally the first time mentioning it. Are you looking for a place to do your holiday Christmas portraits? Portraits, perhaps? Look at that beautiful Christmas set. Wouldn't that be great for you and your family to sit in front of, take some beautiful pictures? Reach out to us at info@glenmorerecords.com. Just go to the Glenmore Records website. I'm saying this to you. That set's not even on the site yet. I'm going to add it. But it's literally just finished. As you can see, this beautiful set. We can take some pictures in front of it. You can either rent the set if you're going to bring your own camera for $99 an hour, or you can do a family shoot, 1 hour shoot, $299 for 5 edited photos. So reach out either way. You can either, like I said, bring your own camera, $99 an hour, use the space, or do a 1 hour shoot for $299, and we'll edit 5 photos for you. There you go. Look at that gorgeous Christmas set. So festive. Isn't it so festive, guys?
Beautiful.
Very nice.
Yep. And also, if you'd like to see It's a Wonderful Life, the classic film, on the big screen, you can see it right here at the Viceroy Theater space here at Glenmore Record Studios. See it December 20th, 2 screenings, 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. Admission includes free popcorn. Tickets are only $12. You're going to see the beautiful 4K restoration version of It's a Wonderful Life on the big screen. Get your tickets now at viceroytheater.com.
Is that it?
That's all the ads. Yeah, that's all the ads.
Oh, I meant the episode. I mean this podcast.
Yeah, we talked a lot, eh?
Yeah, but
You
one
had so many
topic.
other topics they didn't go into.
So we should just get through them all, right?
Yeah, just rapid fire them.
Actually, what were the other ads?
Just say yes or no to it.
Actually, you know what is one that I actually was thinking of the other day? So I've got a bunch of ideas of like what to use for this space, you know? And some people were like, you should do like, this is a big enough space you could have like classes and like teach stuff, like, you know? And I'm a pretty good teacher, like teach art stuff, singing or whatever. Mm-hmm. One thing I was thinking about though is like, so, you know, we're all musicians. You play piano, right? But like in my head, I thought about like, what would I do if I had a student, a singing student, who was like tone deaf?
What would you do?
What would you do?
I don't know. So for example, like, and I'm talking I'm talking like the kind where it's like, so let's say I'm like, okay, so sing bum bum bum, and they were like bum bum bum, right? Like what what I don't know how I would handle that.
Okay.
What
does that have to do with what we were talking about?
Nothing.
Studio? You just thought of it?
It's a new subject.
Oh, I thought it's tied to the studio.
Do you think there's someone out there who can't match a note when you sing it?
Yeah, I think that's
Really?
true. Yeah, I think they exist.
Well, like it's that bad?
Obviously not sing
Yeah.
it perfectly, but like if you play a note on a keyboard,
Yeah. Oh, those people exist. Yeah.
well, then they can't be singers.
Yes.
That's the answer.
So what do I
Yeah,
do?
that's-
Yes. But what do you do where, because like it's actually more so than even when we were kids, where it's like there's a lot of parents who like put their kids in these things to like, you know, try to be a pop star or blah blah blah.
Right.
But like as a teacher,
Oh, as a teacher, what would you say to them?
do I be like, you shouldn't take these classes?
Well, I think as a teacher...
That's a little rude. Maybe you can put it like in a better way.
Your kid sucks. Okay? No, but like that's what I mean. So as a teacher, do I take that student on and bring them in every week? And
Yes, because I think as a teacher, your objective is to take their skills and their abilities and do everything you can to make them better. I don't
Yes.
think
Yes, that
everyone's
makes
supposed to
sense.
reach
Yeah.
the same bar, but I think the whole, especially if they enjoy doing it, why not? Right? Not everyone's objective is to be famous or
Maybe they just want to sing and
be competitive. Yeah.
so I don't know how real. So like what I was just saying, I know that tone deaf people exist who are like when you go bum bum bum,
And they can't do it.
They don't hear the difference, which is weird to me because I'm like, what? How do you listen to music then? What do you hear when you hear music?
That's what I was wondering. Are you sure like they can't?
I don't think see, that's the thing. I don't think they're hearing anything other than just hearing it and they're that's it. Like I don't think they think about that because you know how like when we hear music, right? I can see myself playing it on the guitar or the piano. You see how the notes shift. They
Right.
don't because they don't know how it works.
But I think even someone like that, you can probably make them a little better, can't you? Not perfect, not a good singer, but you can make them a little
Why
better.
are you even thinking about this?
Does this happen?
because
to you?
I was thinking in the terms of like, no, it doesn't happen to me because I haven't given singing lessons, but I have. You know, I've worked for a lot of a few different schools where like sometimes I'll do an event where I'll manage like their recital, and every now and again like there'll be some kids who will go up who like they don't. It's like they're singing. They're shouting the lyrics to the song.
Yep.
And there's no relation to the notes of the song, and they obviously think they're singing the song.
Well, but maybe those kids just haven't been taught. Maybe you need to teach them. It's like getting a person who can't paint at all, or just like whatever. Like, you'd be like
everyone can improve, but
You can
there will be
improve
some
them.
better painters than others. But it's like that natural selection. Like eventually, they will get cut out. Either someone will tell them, or they'll realize themselves that they can't do this at a high level.
But I'm saying in terms of as a teacher
that's
of that
not the
student,
point, right?
do I keep teaching them?
Yeah,
Yes.
you keep.
Yes.
Like if I'm like,
'Cause
okay,
you're
so
being paid. That's your profession. Someone is paying you,
yeah.
right, to teach them. Just as if you're a teacher in a public school, you're getting paid by our system to teach them. You don't stop teaching those people, right? Like,
Yeah.
why you're a teacher? You just have to bring out the best in them.
You definitely can't say you can't sing, go away, or you can't sing, stop paying me, right?
But so that's why that's the whole part of like, I don't know how I would, like if I'm like, hey, we're going to learn hot cross buns today. Okay. Hot cross buns. Now you, hot cross buns, right? I'm like, and what if it's like that every week?
Well, your job would be to try to figure out,
why?
narrow it down. Sing this one note. Sing this
So
one
what
note.
if I find that they don't have the ability?
You basically, I feel like you want to tell them that they should just give up.
I do. Yeah.
I think if you get understanding that, if you're teaching someone and they're aspiring to be competitive or do this professionally, eventually when they're older, you need to come to terms with that.
Yes.
But that's not your job as a teacher.
Well, I think
Well, it's got to be
you
something.
need to manage their expectations.
So, for example,
right?
like I realized at a fairly young age that I wasn't going to be in the NHL. Right? I did not have the natural abilities as a hockey player.
But no one had to tell you that. You just kind of realize.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, so maybe the kid would realize
most people
it too.
will realize
Yeah,
it.
but I think the kid would probably figure it out himself.
You remember American Idol?
I was about to bring that up because there are people on that show where
Nobody-
they're grown
yeah, yeah,
adults.
yes.
And,
And
They can't
nobody
sing
told
at all,
them.
and Nobody told
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's what I mean. So
Well, it's not that no one told them. In some cases, people are encouraging them, right? There's people that will encourage you.
Yeah.
It does regardless, which is
Because maybe they don't know either.
well,
They're not
maybe.
like,
So
oh,
wait.
he's singing really loud. He must be really good. Right?
So if you guys ran an art school and a kid who literally can't hear the differences between notes.
Well, if I had an art school, I would have some form of audition or tryout where you can actually assess the person's base foundation.
So there would be people who can't get into your art school.
Yes.
Okay.
I must be really rare, right? It's got to be super rare. Because you can teach everybody something, right? A little bit. I think you can.
Well,
Yeah.
no, there are people that won't get in,
Okay, well, here's the thing. Okay,
and that's how World War.
Stop. You know how we have tuners, right? Okay. And when you sing a note, you can visually see if you're hitting E or C or B
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yes.
You would have that, and you'd be like, your job is to go until you hit it,
That is a good thing. That's a good idea.
and then they would learn.
Wait,
See,
that's part of your audition or part
that's
of the
part of
learning?
it. That's part of their training. If
So
they're
you're saying
re-
That's
if
just a
they're-
very
yeah.
small part of
So,
it, though.
but maybe that would be a
that's
way.
that's how you get them to learn.
So then you'd have somebody who, like, even if they can't themselves hear the notes,
They'll know.
they would know what it feels like.
Yes, and then they would learn. There's a way to teach everybody, I think.
But that's just a small part of just being a musician. There's so much more that you like. If you want to be a pianist, if you're just not, you could have it in your head. But if your fingers just aren't, it's a physical thing, right? If
Well,
you're
here's the
just
thing:
not-
if someone has fingers who can't do it, we'll figure out like maybe a prosthesis or something. Like if they're talking about maybe someone who's disabled, right? There's
well,
always
then we got to
ways-
bring in AI to figure out like.
There's always ways to improve, and they don't have to get perfect. They can just be improved, right?
Yeah, I
You know
think
what?
everyone. Yeah, I think.
I like what you're saying. Actually,
Yeah, I think a
There you go.
teacher should be trying to teach, right? Trying to bring the best out of them, and you just keep trying. Like, why would you give up?
Yeah,
is the
definitely
question.
don't like. Okay, come in here, sing hot cross buns. Okay, you didn't sing it. Okay, come back next week, sing hot cross buns. No, you have to do what I said. Right?
it would be my purpose to like find what exactly is it,
yeah,
and try to work
fix
on
it.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
work on it.
Yeah.
You know what? I like that.
And then you can do it.
You've kind of changed my mind.
Okay.
What was your mind before?
You were gonna send them away.
Well, my mind would be, yeah, I would have to be like, I'm sorry, like this is not a good.
I
this
think
wouldn't
because
work.
you're thinking of is you don't want them to waste their time.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But if it's their decision, if they want to do it, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
there are parents where they see their kids play sports and they're not very good. I think parents will still encourage their kids as long as they're enjoying it.
Yeah, if the kids,
So if you're enjoying being taught how to
do it.
sing,
Yeah.
why not just keep doing it? Like,
Yeah.
who's it hurting
That's true.
except you?
Well, it is making your job a lot harder, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's
Yeah,
your
I guess
job as a
that's
teacher,
true.
right?
And yeah, you know what? You are right in the sense that, like, you're right. Our parents come to our baseball games.
We struck out a lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
And the T-ball kids, they don't even know
But eventually
the rules.
we realized, like, oh, we're not, we were at the bottom of the order, Initially, I didn't realize, like, why are we always at the end of the lineup? But eventually you kind of just learn as you get older.
I never thought about that.
No, I definitely thought about it after, like, realizing, like, oh, why are we always last to bat?
Were we like the worst on our team? I might have been. I don't think I was good at baseball. I was not good at baseball.
I struck out a lot.
You were better than me, though.
I don't know. I struck out. I'm talking about hardball. I struck out a lot. Not all the time, but I struck out a lot.
I don't think I was good at all.
Did you think it was a waste of time and you're upset?
But that was an example where we thought, I bet you when we first started, we were like, oh, we're pretty good at baseball. And then you kind of realize that you're not as good. And then we kind of adjust.
You know what it is? Is that I've never thought about art stuff the same way we're thinking about just recreational sports. Because I always think about it like, and maybe I'm wrong thinking about that. Because you're right. Yeah. There's no reason why, like, the same way that you go to singing lessons or acting lessons is the same reason I go and play beer league baseball on the weekends. Just because I just kind of like doing
fun
it.
And you like
it's just fun. It gets me outside.
Yeah, not everyone's trying to be the best.
Yeah, and they shouldn't have to be, right?
Yeah, you shouldn't have to be.
So, hey, they get something out of not being able to sing, but they can.
Sure.
Also, I think singing is the unique one because I think you're right. In general, I feel like everybody can get a little better at everything.
Yeah, singing is for sure even a little bit better. Yeah, I think so. Even if you're terrible, you can get a little bit better.
Yeah.
And if you enjoy singing, why not sing?
You're right.
So you're going to open your school then?
I don't know if I want to open a school, but it was an idea I had in my head. I was thinking about it the other day.
Oh, that's what you were thinking about. You were thinking about opening a school?
Well, no, just somebody suggested. I'm thinking about things to do with this space and the idea of having classes of some kind. And I just was wondering, like, what would I do if I thought the student is like, this is not.
Well, now you've got your potential future customers questioning whether they should go to your school.
I mean, the thing is, I would be very good.
Oh, he's going to try hard. He just said right now he's going to learn.
I would feel that's my issue is that.
Okay.
Well, no, now I guess I just want that money. No, is that my concern was that, like, I would not want them to. I would feel weird seeing somebody.
It's because you're talented and you're a musician and you're good at it, and you would hate to see other people not be good at it. It's just, so I get that perspective.
Yes.
And you would hate to. Yeah, but I don't think you should look at it that way. I mean, people. It's art, people. It's.
Yeah.
And what you think might be a bad sounding voice might be nice to other people, right? I mean, you hear singers and you're like, I don't think they have a good voice, but they're successful.
Some people hate how Neil Young sounds.
Oh yeah, they think it sounds whiny and.
Everything's objective. Well, because I also, the other thing as well, especially with the arts, like I am of the opinion.
You should do an art school and just call it the Neil Young School of Arts.
He won't mind.
You can't just use his name like that.
But no, I am also of the opinion that, like, an artist can't be taught to be an artist. Like, I think an artist is a way of thinking, and there's a technical skill side of it that you can learn. But I think an artist is a type of way of thinking that I don't think you can teach it. However, someone who doesn't have that can still learn the technical side of art. I don't think they'll be an artist. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Yeah,
I do get kind of what you're saying.
We've played with those artists. Why are you laughing?
I'm not going to name anybody, but
okay.
Like, look, for example, I know from the film side of it, right? I think, like, you can go to film school and you can be taught how to turn on a camera and taught how to light things.
Oh, right. And they just don't.
But I don't think you're not a.
Well, it's like those people. Someone. Like, at what point do you? So, what do you consider playing the guitar? What's playing the guitar? Oh, I play the guitar. What is that?
I just learned my chords and I know to put my fingers here.
Is that like what?
No, because because I think there's an inherent musicality that you have to have.
To be a guitarist?
To be a good guitarist?
So maybe
think
I
so.
play the guitar and then there's a guitarist. Like, what is a guitarist then, you know?
Well, you know, the best one I heard was like, did you guys see Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
No.
Well, there's a one line in the movie, and he's quoting somebody else, but he basically says that like when you're they were talking about learning the particle physics or whatever they use in that movie. He was saying from a musician's perspective, it's not as important to like know the notes. It's more important to be able to hear the music. And I think the hear the music part is the part that you can't be taught. So it's like, for example, like when I'm writing a song, I hear the song in my head, and then there's the technical side of I need to learn how to play it. But like if you don't have this part, you're never gonna be a musician.
But there are a lot of musicians now that do all this stuff digitally, and they're kind of fooling around, and you kind of keep making mistakes until you find something like, oh, that sounds good, right?
So trial and error, I guess. Is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
But then so is that a musician? Because they'll release that as a single.
But do those people not have the music in their head?
I know some people don't.
If you have access to the right sounds and the right technologies, and you just keep, okay, you create something that sounds bad, but you tweak it and like, oh, that sounds good, and then you
say,
release that as-
ChatGPT, can you make this music a little better, and then they'll make it better.
I think there's a part of me, because you're right. There are people you can, if you're handed the tools and you're given the technical side of how to do it, you can do it. But there's a part of me that, in my mind, I would not put them on the same level.
Like, what do they say? A broken clock is right
Twice a day.
So is it a clock?
And you're saying you can tell? You can tell when they are and when they're not? How would you tell? Just if I gave you like a series of dance positions that you need to be in, and you practice how to be, you're not a dancer, right?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
So I give you like a printout of a bunch of different dance positions that say go from this one to this one to this one to this one.
Yeah.
You think you can dance the same as a dancer? Or would you be like, no, I just don't have it. I'm just doing the motions.
You mean like him specifically, or just in general?
Because he's not a dancer. I'm asking someone who's not.
But there's that show, the dancing show, where they learn how to
the
dance
dances.
and they get judged.
That's what I mean, right? Teaching him the poses.
I think what I'm referring to is that I think artists specifically have an emotional connection that allows them to like connect with it in a way, and then they create something that is able to connect with other people, because that's what art is it's the ability to like make a physical thing that's a representation of our emotional states, and then other people are able to see that art and consume it and connect in the same way. And I think that's the part that can't be taught. So from the dancing perspective, I don't know much about dance, but I think it's an interesting thing though, because I wonder if a person learns all the steps.
Yeah.
Like they practice their entire life and they perfect it, and you visually see them next to someone who's actually good at it.
Who's an actual dancer.
And you see no difference.
Would you see no difference is the question.
Yes, if I practice my entire life to perfecting a dance.
But there might be
The choreography,
there might be a situation where like, okay, the dancer puts some stuff into the dance that is not technically part of the dance, but it makes it a lot better.
Yeah.
Just from like their experience and their knowledge.
So for example, like when I go to the symphony and they bring out like, you know, a guy who does like a piano concerto. So he sits there and he leads the symphony, the orchestra. And like that guy, he's amazing because he's put thousands and thousands of hours.
And that's the only thing he knows.
But can you get that good without the musical part in your brain? I mean, maybe you can.
I think you can. If you have someone and he just keeps listening to the song and he keeps practicing, you'll get the physical part. You won't understand.
Yeah, and you won't be able to play anything else.
Yeah.
But is it possible to be that guy can be as good as the professional? I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen it happen.
By the way, do you think we're going to run out of these performers if AI can just...
I think eventually we might.
You know?
Actually, one thing I will say on that side is that I think live performance is the one thing that's safe.
It's going to be more impressive, right?
Yeah.
Because,
In fact, there are less and less people who
like
can
seeing
do
real
it.
people play a piano concerto.
Yeah.
Person play it, you'd be impressed, I guess, because
And I think it's not a coincidence at the same time where AI generated stuff is happening that like Taylor Swift has like the biggest tour ever, because I still think people want that physical connection. Like you still can't.
You can't replicate it.
No,
There's
and
no way.
people still. That's the other
like
thing.
live music is huge right now.
Yes, because I think people still want to feel like they're connecting with someone.
Yeah.
Right. So like, that's why if there's no actual artist behind the art,
Well, that goes
like,
back-
what are you
yeah,
going to
yeah.
watch at the concert?
That goes back to the using Christopher Nolan is, people watch that knowing that Christopher Nolan made it, right? It sounds weird, but like it changes it, right?
Yep.
Like if you watched a movie and you didn't know who created it and it was a good movie, you're like, okay, that's a good movie. But then I told you that Christopher Nolan made it. Your perspective would change on the movie, right? Or would it be the same?
I feel like I would like it either way.
But your perspective would change. Like you
Okay,
said.
well, how about this? There's been times where you're watching a movie and someone's like, oh, this person directed. You're kind of like, oh.
Well, you know what
Then
it
why
is?
does it matter who directed the movie then?
Yeah, you know what I would say? It's a good example. It's like my Kessler syndrome, my first film.
Mm-hmm.
So I made that movie with no computer animation, right? It's miniature model spaceship.
Yeah.
The debris is crumpled up tinfoil. I remember I showed that at the Dragon Con Film Festival. After the screening, I was chatting with some other filmmakers, and we were talking, and this one guy was asking me about the film. And I was like, oh yeah, that film, yeah. And we got to the CGI discussion, and I said, oh no, there's no CGI in this movie. He was like, what? I'm like, yeah, like that's a miniature spaceship, and all the debris was like, I like put it on a record player and it would spin, and the guy was like, oh, I love your movie even more now.
Yeah, but you're talking to another director who appreciates that.
Yeah.
Even fans.
You may talk to
appreciate
someone
that.
and someone may say, why don't you just use AI?
I mean, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
So from that perspective, I guess to an extent, like obviously what goes into making it is part of the appeal,
It matters. It definitely matters.
but not to everyone.
But it has to be good. Like if I watched a movie with The Rock in it, right? You've seen The Rock movies?
Sure.
If I watched a movie with The Rock in it, and then someone told me something about the movie, I'd be like, well, I don't care because this movie's terrible anyways.
Yeah.
It has to be good for me to care.
Like for example, like sometimes there'll be moments where like I'll be watching a movie and I'll notice that, oh, this entire shot was one shot.
Yeah, I noticed that, yeah.
And like sometimes like it's done so well, like you don't even notice it's happening. Like there's that show, is it Adolescence?
Yes, the one that I told you about to watch the whole show.
So I've watched the first episode, I think. And yeah, the entire
It's amazing,
episode
right? Just
is
knowing that they...
One
That's
shot.
actually a good point,
Yeah.
because knowing that they did it in one shot, it kind of makes... Even though it shouldn't make it better when you think about it, like, why does it make it better with the technical part,
And
right?
the thing is, if you're not watching that carefully, you might not even notice.
Yeah, because it's so seamless.
Yes. And so because of that, it's like, does it make it better? And I guess the answer is it doesn't make it better if it's bad.
Well,
You're
because
right.
I think because we look at it as a product, right? Like, the whole product is better because, oh, the director was able to do that in one shot.
Yes. So I guess in that,
It still has to be good, though. If I watched a bad movie and it was done in one shot, I'd be like,
you're like,
I don't
oh,
care.
you guys should have had some cuts because
Yeah.
it would have been,
Because it would
you would
have been
have
worse.
fixed
Yeah,
it.
I get it.
But,
You know,
some people won't care that it was done in one shot. There's audiences members out there that don't
Yeah.
care. That will still like it, but they don't care that it was done in one shot.
Oh, they don't
and
care
you
that-
care because you appreciate how it was made.
The making of it. And my worry is that most people?
That is most people.
Like, do most people who consume stuff care how it was made?
Yeah, that's so. I'm sure there are people
That's
out there
really
that will
hard
be
to
like,
tell.
"Well, okay, AI could have done
What do
it
you
in one
What do you
shot."
think?
What do I think? Most people care. Do you think everyone has something they care about that it was made? Like something about it?
I think the
Like,
majority.
do you think most people care at
No, the
all
answer is
about
no.
any of the
At
things,
all
how
about
things
anything?
were made?
No, I think most people don't.
Like-
no,
okay,
no,
okay.
I don't think that's
Like, do
true.
people care about where their food comes from? Do people care about where their clothes
Yeah, like
came
I was
from?
gonna say, if
People don't care where their clothes come from.
If someone
Mostly.
told you that this was made with one thread,
Yeah, you'd be like, wow.
they
I
didn't
don't
cut the
care.
thread. They used one thread to make this. Would you care?
You would tell people that.
Okay, how
when you're
about
at a
this?
party, you would tell
If it
people
was an
that.
ugly shirt, that it was ugly, I'd be like, I don't care. But if I like it and So I guess no. The answer is probably
So it's got to
No.
be good first, right? Yeah, you have to.
But
yeah.
you would accept something of lower quality if it has an object to it, something
You know
about
what the thing is?
that-
It
that
always
makes it.
comes to monetary. It comes to money. Like if you paid less for it, then you wouldn't care. If something's free, right? If you watched a movie and the ticket was free,
You wouldn't care too much about the quality of the
do you care?
movie.
Is the quality like you care about the quality less? You know?
well. I mean, it's like difference. Like if I go to an indie film festival and I watch a bunch of movies with this, I expect the quality to be less, but I can still enjoy it.
Yeah.
But if that quality was in like my latest Netflix watching, I'd be like, that's no good. So yeah, I guess you can measure your expectations.
Yeah. So I think that's what matters. It matters what people are paying for it. So if
You're right.
if
you're
they're
right.
AI movies, right?
If people have to pay for AI movies, they'll be upset.
Yeah, if they're
even,
but
even normal
if,
people.
what if they're
like
free?
even like just
So
average
there's
people.
ads.
Yeah.
There's ads in the movie, but the movie is all AI. People are going to watch that. It's free.
I think I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think the number of people who will like, out of principle, refuse to watch it because it's AI are not most
Exactly.
people.
Yeah, they're the
And here's an
minority,
example.
yeah.
So Netflix or streaming services, when you actually look at the content, it's mostly trash. It's mostly garbage, right? I would say like
I guess.
80%
Sure.
just filler,
Yeah.
right? It's filler.
Well, yeah,
it is.
whatever they can get their hands on
Exactly.
for cheap. Yeah.
Yep.
Right? And people are okay with that.
Well, they don't watch it, right? Or do they watch it?
Well, I know the big
Well,
thing.
no, they watch it because it's just there.
Yeah, well, like I know one thing that the Netflix producers often say, apparently to people who are pitching stuff, is that whatever you're pitching to Netflix needs to be second screen compatible.
Compatible, yeah, I know what you mean.
As in, like
Yeah.
it needs to be easy enough to follow that somebody who's on their phone, half paying attention, should still be able to follow the story.
Because that's probably most people, right? I don't think
That's
there-
the that's the audience.
I mean, it makes
they're
me sad if that's
targeting.
most
That's the
people,
audience they're
but-
targeting.
Yes.
for sure.
And like the idea of making content for that is, I feel like that's horrifying to me. Like the idea that I would do that, but that's what most of what
That's
Netflix
what
is
they
looking
want.
for.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think that's that's why I think there's going to be AI is going to be a big problem for the industries, because I think most people's standards are not as high as what I would.
Well, like
want.
Colin said, if they're not paying for it, they won't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, free is free because you can't.
Well, Netflix is not free.
It's not. But I'm saying is, what if there's a streaming service? It's all AI and there's just ads.
So what's
you
the
don't have
use
to
case
pay.
for that? Okay, I guess for ads, right? Like
Right?
the
Oh
ad,
yeah,
the ad people
they'll
will
have
pay
to
for
make
it.
money somehow. Yeah. An ad tier, an ad based tier.
Sure.
Ads.
And all the ads are AI too.
That sounds bad. Like, who would have that?
But people who are just kind of not into watching media, they're not going to pay Netflix. They're going to get this free thing, the AI, just to watch something once in a while, right?
Yeah.
So I think there will always be a market for the high quality content.
But it'll be a smaller market. It'll be a
Smaller
specialty market.
more expensive, right? Maybe that's that's the future. Maybe we've just established what the future is. It'll be a blend of both.
Okay, now say assuming that happens, are you gonna watch it? Not like religiously, but are you gonna
The AI stuff.
are you gonna take a look at it and see what it is?
So here's the messed up part: is there's a part of me that says no,
but part of you does.
but then there's another part of me like, what if an AI show comes out and it's like as big as Game of Thrones and
right,
everyone loves
and
it
then you
and it's
have
just
to watch
so
it, yeah.
amazing, and people are like, did you watch it? Like it's so good.
It's free. Did you watch
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
And then there's a part of me that's like, what if I turn it on and it's just really compelling?
Well, that's so the thing about that is, in the end, though, how does that company make its money?
with ads.
Is it the ads?
It must be ads.
But then
or-
people don't like ads, though, so it becomes that. Like in the end, they still have to make money.
Yeah.
So
But it can just be a big media push, like say a big company like Disney or whatever. They'll just so Game of Thrones, right?
Well, yeah, and assuming they make something AI generated that's good, and people will be willing to pay for something if it's good.
There'll be merch, there'll be
Yeah.
action figures, there'll be whatever, right?
Yeah.
They can make their money that way if it's big.
I mean, when you think about it, at one point we didn't have cartoons, animation, right? And
Yes.
then now we have animation.
Yes.
No, what was that? Did people fight that? Like, that it was a new form
cartoons
of.
came in like the
Yeah.
1900s. Though.
I don't think people fought cartoons.
They came out very early.
But why? That's like kind of.
Okay, you're saying because there's no actors in it.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think because of how labor intensive it is to make those, and there's still voice actors, like there's still people who. I don't think it's the same. I don't think people lost jobs.
But AI, there's still people behind making it happen.
There's much less people.
Yeah, or like one. It could be like.
What if you get an AI to write AI movies, and then who's making it?
I mean, I feel like that's where we're going.
You just tell the AI, make me these movies, and the AI is making the movies.
Like one executive at Paramount.
Yeah. There's no engineer or anything.
It could be one guy. Yeah. So instead of hiring a crew and actors and everybody involved, it's one guy who produces everything that Paramount comes out with.
But I don't even think you would need that one guy. You would get like...
that's true.
Here's an AI. Okay, I want this AI to analyze market trends. Then I want you to tell the movie-making AI to make movies that follow these market trends. Nobody's involved in the process anymore. Right?
Just whoever owns...
Whoever turned on the AI, that's it. Right?
It's been a great episode.
I actually think it is a pretty good episode. Okay, we could keep talking about it. The only thing I'll wrap up with is I said earlier how like I think there are artists that are born and that you don't have it. I'm not sure what I mean by that, but it still feels true to me.
There's definitely people who have more proclivity towards art, but would you say they're born to make art? I don't know.
Yeah, because that's it. Like, what is born to make art?
Like, what if you say,
mean?
I really like orange smoothies? Does that mean I was born to drink orange smoothies? Like, it's maybe it's a preference, right?
Yes. I mean, well, for example, like Michael Phelps.
Oh, because he was literally born to swim, right?
It's
but
like
he's
his
just
body,
got a unique...
His body
is
when
like...
you think of art, there's a lot of that in people's physical, they're like a one person, only a certain number of people can do this, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's singing, your vocal cords.
Yes. I think art's the same way. I'm just not sure exactly how to pinpoint what it is.
But it's just luck, right? Art is... It's
not
like
you mean like success. But I don't think we're talking about success here.
I'm saying like the luck of how you were born.
Oh, that's
what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just complete luck. It's not like I'm not sure. I don't think. Well, we can get this different discussion.
Oh, you're talking about like philosophy now?
No, but like, yeah, it is luck that we were out. If for example, if you're a great guitarist, or let's say go back to singing, it was luck that you were born with the vocal cords to make that sound.
Correct.
That's what it is.
But you know what I think of, for example, like...
It's not like some spiritual thing.
But like, you know how like 80s style shredding, right?
Yeah.
Like the people who can do that, can you learn, like, I feel like that's more of just a straight up
But you have to
technical
be physically
skill.
capable to... Yeah, but not everyone can do that.
Do you mean that's a physical barrier?
Like their physical dexterity?
Yeah.
There's probably people who can't do it at all, even if they're very good musicians, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, like I consider myself a musically inclined person, but I can't do that. But I feel like that's straight up just a technical...
That's a physical barrier.
Like that would be the same as like me practicing any type of like, I don't know, being able to like balance this on its edge or something. Like I feel like...
Oh, you think you want to learn it, or you can learn it?
It's a thing you could learn.
Oh yeah, probably. I don't know.
Like if you just keep practicing going do that every day, your finger dexterity.
Not everyone.
Not
though.
everyone.
Not
Yeah,
everyone.
that's true. But your hands are too small, maybe. Who knows? There's always like a physical barrier.
There's a line. Okay, we could keep talking, but we should move to our final segment.
Which is...
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing this week's edition of the Barrel of Monkeys World Championship.
There's no audio over that?
There are, but I think we can't hear it. The audience can hear it.
Okay, that's a little weird.
Should we all do the monkeys?
If you want.
Yeah, we'll compete against each
Why
other.
don't we do it all together at the same time? Why not?
How would that work?
You all do it, and whoever gets the most after 10 seconds wins.
Yeah, so we all do it.
At the same time.
But I only have one
He
monkey.
only has one barrel.
I only have one barrel.
Okay, never mind then. How many monkeys?
You thought it was real monkeys?
How many monkeys are in the barrel?
Oh, there's 13.
Okay, so then we each get one monkey to start with. We try to get...
Oh, we're fighting the group.
Oh!
Okay, yeah. Okay, I like that.
Okay. Okay, I like
what
that.
did you think I was
I don't know what you were thinking. I don't know. Okay, that
The AI
table...
would have thought of that before
Yeah,
us.
see,
Hey,
exactly.
ChatGPT, what's the best way to do
Exactly.
a group? Okay, put that table here. Put it like here. Oh, we've never... Okay, this is a special edition.
This is a battle.
And it's the world championship.
monkey battle.
Yeah. So the idea behind this is whoever after a minute
After
has the
the
most
end, yeah,
monkeys.
yeah.
Are we allowed to hit each other's?
Well, okay, we gotta
Wait,
make.
do you
we gotta
have to
make
time it, or
rules.
what if we just do till they're all done?
We're
right?
never gonna get all the
No?
monkeys. I don't.
we
think.
might get them all.
Until we're done. What if we're here for like an hour?
That-
Okay.
How can that
Let's
be?
put-
There should
We'll
be. There should be a timer.
2 minutes on the timer.
Just
2 minutes.
Yeah, just so there's like tension.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a very special
What are
birthday
the
edition.
rules, though? ChatGPT, what are the rules?
Okay, bring that in. Put it like here.
Hang on.
No, wait.
Is this part of your set?
Just hold it so I can move
the cable.
Yeah.
Get it. Okay, put it just straight down right there.
It's on. It's on the thing. Hang on, wait.
Can they see it?
Yeah. Can they see it on this camera? Okay, they can kind of see it.
This is high tech.
Okay, this camera might be the better one. Can you slide in? Actually, wait here. I'll adjust it so that all three of us are in it. Hang on. Actually, no. Wait. We'll use this camera.
It's good that we planned this beforehand.
We did. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, we'll just be like.
Okay, so
Are they all in there? Okay. Just doesn't seem like there's many in there.
What do you think? You think he's cheating?
okay, so we're gonna put 2 minutes on the timer. So this is the first ever version of like what would we call this?
I don't know. Battle Royale.
Battle Royal,
yeah.
Barrel of Monkeys.
I think you just started something.
But we need like there's got to be rules, right?
Okay, yeah. So wait. So for example, like,
You
okay,
can't- Go on.
I'm not allowed to like hit your monkeys.
Sure.
However, like
We can both go for the same monkey.
yes, and how about this also? Like, if I wanted to, let's say I have a chain.
Yeah.
I could like swing my chain into your chain.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, but we can't touch with
Yeah,
hands.
no,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
fingers,
So,
no physical
hands
touching.
and no touching.
And also, the monkey in your hand
Can't
can't touch anybody else's
another
monkey.
Yeah.
You can use your other monkeys. Also, like you can steal monkeys from someone's
Yes,
chain,
for sure.
but not directly. If I could use like so, if I had a monkey here and you could do that.
Can we team up?
Maybe, I guess. So for example, so that means I could do this. So I could go like that to you if I wanted
to try to take a monkey.
Yeah, because you're also at risk
Or
of...
like
Well,
so,
hang on.
so it's just this monkey. The top monkey cannot hit.
Okay, so let's say I'm doing this.
So I can't do this.
No.
But I could do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you lost your monkey.
Yeah,
and
so
then
it's a
and then
risk.
and then I can
Right.
get it. Yeah. Okay.
And after the minute, whoever has the most monkeys.
Okay.
But we're gonna end up like
Yeah, with what?
at the end of the minute.
I'm curious how this is gonna go. This is the first ever Battle Royal edition of the Barrel of Monkeys World Championship. Oh yeah. So wait.
So we each need a monkey.
Okay. Wait. Who's gonna pour it? We'll all pour it. We all put our hand on the barrel and pour it together. Okay. All right. 2 minutes on the timer.
Which way is it going? Or we'll decide now.
Like that.
Okay.
Or do you just sort of flip it already?
What do you mean?
Flip it upside down already? Just open and
Oh,
flip
like-
it? So
Oh,
it's
like
easy?
hold it down there.
Oh no! Why don't we just have the lid off
Okay.
and we'll all just pour? Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll put the barrel off to the side.
Who's gonna put the barrel up?
We all will.
Oh my God! Why?
Here, you know, we'll all drop the barrel there.
Okay.
I was saying you just do this, flip it over, and you just lift it.
But that's still the problem. What do we do with the barrel?
Yeah.
we toss it.
Yeah,
Right?
We're just gonna put it over there.
Okay, we're gonna pour it and then toss it.
Yeah. Okay. Are we ready?
But who's pouring it?
We're all
pouring it.
Ow!
We all
Put your
hold the
hand on the
barrel
barrel.
together. So we'll all start. In fact, let's all start like this. Okay. Ready? Here we go. Oh yeah, you can get your mics out of the way. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right.
So we're pouring this way,
Yeah.
and then we're
gonna put
tossing the
over.
barrel. Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Do you have the timer?
Yes. Okay. Here we go. And 3,
You're gonna
2.
toss the monkey's hair.
1, go. Why can't I pick out a single monkey?
I don't think this was a good idea.
I'm winning.
Let's get another monkey.
No! Okay, what I like is that that's actually possible.
Maybe I'll just wait till the last second, pick one more out.
Okay.
What's the timer looking like?
1 minute.
1 minute left. Damn it.
Oh. No. Colin's cheating.
How many do you have? Yes, 3.
He has too many.
Damn it. And these are all flat. I need to get another monkey. Oh! I gave him mine.
10 seconds.
How many does he have?
Way
2.
too many.
No, get out of here. No.
Oh!
No.
Oh!
Oh!
Is it over?
Yeah. That was actually pretty wicked.
He found the strat. How many is it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monkeys.
Very nice.
Which normally wouldn't be that good, but in this, that was pretty fun.
It's okay. I got 2.
We gotta set new rules.
Definitely. You can't do this.
Well, I can't do that. That's okay. Because we can chase him.
But then, like, oh,
How high? Maybe it's gotta be within...
I guess.
So wait, your hand always has to be in this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't do this.
I think in general you were doing that anyway.
Yeah.
Like if we had knocked you off at any point. But is there a height? For example, like what if someone's really tall?
Yeah.
And they stand up.
And then we
yeah.
can't get their monkeys at all.
Like if we had a guest that was like 7 feet tall.
Then they can just stand up and hold it up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That concludes this week's edition of the Barrel of Monkeys World Championship. Like normally we would look at the monkey standings, but I don't think it makes any sense to do that because these scores don't apply to any of the others.
This is like we created a new league.
We did.
Yeah, and you.
New league, yeah.
Yeah. That was good.
That was fun.
Here, let me put the... I like that. I don't know how we would do it or how we would score it. So like I don't know how to add you to the. I guess we just won't.
This one doesn't count.
Not for the.
The grand standings?
Yeah. Although I have to update that too, because like if you look at the monkey standings right now, like you can't even read it. Like look.
I got so many people.
Yeah. So I have to update it. But that was good. This was a pretty good discussion. And it went longer than I thought it would. This is almost like a 2-hour episode.
Yep.
Oh, it was a birthday episode. We talked a lot about your birthday.
We kind of did at the start.
You know, the AI actually, I mean, it is something that's on my mind a lot, actually.
Well, it's a big year for you. You know, you're coming to this big year, you know. So you tend to think back to...
Where it's all going.
Yeah, the first half of your life.
What it all means.
Yeah, what it all means.
It's all downhill from here.
Pretty much, yes. That's kind of what we discovered, right?
Yeah. I actually do think...
Look at the positives, right? Like Colin said, the AI doctors, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we'll find more use cases.
Yeah, and you know what also... This stuff with all like where people are like using all the AI videos and stuff, that might also just be a trend. Like it might be something that people get tired
It
of.
might, yeah.
Yeah, what if there's so many coming out every day and you're like, I'm sick of this. And then they just don't get any more revenue, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe it causes people to just not care about media. It's like everything will be AI. It's like the commercial is the same as the movie, and the movie is the same as the TV show. And then maybe people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna just forget about this altogether and just do something else instead."
Maybe, yeah.
You know?
Maybe old-fashioned, what do you call it? Recreational activities will come back.
Live theater, people will want to watch that way.
Yeah, like you
instead.
can't replace sports with AI, right? Like you could, but like no one would appreciate it because you appreciate.
I
The thing
think-
about sports
I think
is
you
you're
can replace it.
admiring their physical ability to do something at a very high level,
Yeah, that's true.
right?
But you can still have AI sports matches. right?
But would people watch them in the
Yeah,
same
but
way?
why do
don't
you
know.
care, right?
Why would you
Like,
care? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There needs to be some rooted, and that's also why I think I think movie stars, like for example, when people watch movies, they have their favorite actors. I still think that's still like people like to watch Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. That's never gonna go away, right?
I hope.
Well, I don't know, but shit, like, because people admire figures almost too much. Like, you know how people are like obsessed about people?
Yeah, that's another part
like
of it.
that.
Yeah.
That's also bad. So maybe there's a thought that maybe we should not care about them at all. Does that make any
No,
sense?
I think we should. I mean, like you were saying before, people that like did horseshoes went out of business, right?
Yeah.
But I can look up right now a guy who does vintage horseshoes, and I'm sure he still gets people who
It's very niche.
it's very niche, but who appreciate the old ways, right?
Yep. And and that one guy's probably doing pretty well because he
must
probably
be, right?
charged a
Yeah.
premium for
and
doing
there's probably not a lot of people doing that. Right?
Yeah.
Old-fashioned blacksmiths.
it. Yeah.
yeah,
So maybe that's going to be like that for media.
but that's sad though. If that's
that
the
is a
reality.
little sad, yes.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the next rest of our lives have to hold. But this was a good episode. Thank you guys for being here.
Sure, no problem.
Happy birthday to you guys.
You too.
Happy birthday.
Everybody, hit like on this channel. Hey, Animated Harvey, happy birthday, Scott. Thanks, Harvey. Welcome back. Thank you. This was a good episode. We talked about a lot of stuff. If you like this episode, hit the like button, hit subscribe if you're new. You guys aren't plugging any social media.
Nope.
No.
So you can follow me, Scott Dion Brown. You can find me on Instagram. Follow me also at youtube.com/Scott Dion Brown while you're watching this very video. It's where you get all of the cool stuff. Music. Hey, you can also follow the Symphony of Nine YouTube channel. We haven't posted there in a while,
Do we
but
have stuff on there?
I mean, from a long time ago.
Okay.
Our past stuff is on there. You can see that. But also follow me at Scott Dion Brown at YouTube, Scott Dion Brown at Insta, at X. Follow the show, The Sit Down with SDB on TikTok, The Sit Down with SDB on Insta, Sit Down Scott on X, The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina on Facebook, on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, all that good stuff. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you for the birthday presents. Regine, we'll see you soon. Thank you. I guess we'll wrap up. Any last words?
I
Go ahead, Gio.
thought we just did that.
Go ahead, Gio.
I don't have anything.
Bye, everybody. Bye. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.